She would not have done. Her intelligence is 8, but she would not have done that.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Proficiency Bonus. Well, of Storm King's Thunder at Proficiency Bonus. We are celebrating 100 episodes tonight, guys.
Yay!
This is crazy. Wow. It's been quite a ride. You know, I try to think about that episode 1 and rewind and go back and watch it. I'll have to go back and watch it a third time just to see how far we've come over these last 100 episodes. But it's truly amazing to get to this point. If you would have asked me when we started all this, if we would have got here, man, but you guys, man, it's just such awesome, excellent players that come every Friday night and show up ready to play and ready to have a good time and just get into the story. Super
humble and merciful DM.
Yeah, that helps too. Humble and merciful DM.
So I'm super excited about tonight. Super excited for you guys to make it to this point, to make it to this epic final encounter here with the Storm King's Thunder module. As we continue this battle tonight. So, quick word for our sponsors tonight. We want to thank Twitch, Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and our friends at Little Dragon Corp for all their support. If you type in / Little Dragon in the chat, you will see someone already has, because they always do. They always roll a better initiative than me. You can click on that quick link to their storefront, where you can get all kinds of awesome dice and other tabletop RPG-related gear and accessories. You can use the coupon code BONUS at checkout and get 10% off your order just for hanging out with us as we turn 100 tonight. Yes.
Oh, so yeah. Molfen.
I do feel old.
Molfin's like, I'm in my prime.
100 years, man. I don't even know if Lachlan's born yet.
Yeah. That's
That
true.
was 270 odd years ago.
He's only 60.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, Molfen was over 300 years old when Lachlan was born.
Oh dear.
So, you know what? We're not going to waste a whole lot of time here at the beginning tonight with a bunch of recap things, because really it's been a session and a half of encounter. Last week, it seemed at the beginning of the encounter that the momentum was surely in the Doom of the Desert's corner, Iymrith, the ancient blue dragon. But then some surprising turn of events happened, and some spells were cast that were surprising to the blue dragon. It numbed the blue dragon, rendering her useless for a few rounds, giving you guys the upper hand. You guys were able to clear out most of the other minions that were located here. And at the end of the episode, the dragon, who was knocked down into this deep pit, started burrowing into the sandy ground underneath and disappeared from your sight. We are technically still in encounter. So I am going to go ahead and give us some battle music, because that's what we got to do.
Per usual.
I don't like the way you said technically.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
We are
It's
still in
absolutely
encounter. It is the Wraith's turn.
Okay, now I have to zoom in here because I can't remember. Is this Wraith the one that's afraid of the dragon?
Yes.
I believe so, yes. I think the Wraith can
And
make a saving throw at the end of its turn. But if the Wraith, if it can't see the dragon, it can move anywhere.
That's true.
Right.
I think it's based on sight.
Yeah, so it's going to use its movement to fly down into the pit. It's got a 60-foot movement. And see if it can see anything in that new tunnel that everyone's hearing it digging about.
Okay, so the Wraith goes down. Have the Wraith do a perception check for me. For its action as it moves down. It's going to kind of look around the area, see what is going on there.
Can the Wraith tell you stuff?
What do you see with your Wraith eyes?
Yeah.
It knows its language that it's new in life. It doesn't see anything.
It doesn't really see much. It almost seems like most of the ground here, aside from the side of the walls that were kind of hardened by just the way this thing was dug, it looks like the sand has filled the hole back in, behind where it burrowed.
That ruined one plan.
Oh, there goes that
So
idea.
it's not like a tunneling worm that leaves like a hole. It's kind of like as it goes through, the sand is refilling the hole.
Can it, with its check, can it see at least the spot where it was disturbed? Like, does it know where it dug?
Oh yeah, it knows where it dug. It dug into where Diana's token is on the side. It dug in that direction, so your eastern direction.
Okay.
Okay, and it was partway down. So how much movement did it take to get down to where it was digging?
It was all the way at the bottom, 60 feet down.
Okay, so I've still got a little bit of movement because it was about halfway down beforehand
Mhm.
from last time, if
Sure.
I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is going to use 30 feet of movement and start moving through the wall, following the path.
Okay. Perfect.
So it is going to take damage at the end of its movement because it's going to end its.
It ends its turn in a wall, so it's going to take
turn
damage out.
a
Okay.
wall. Yeah.
What's the rule?
Philadelphia.
What's the
And it
damage?
takes a D10 of 1d10 force damage.
1d10 force damage. Gotcha. Okay. So how far can it move that direction?
So it's through difficult terrain, so
Yeah.
half speed, so about if it was halfway down, so it's got 30 feet left, so it can move about 15 feet.
Okay, so you can go ahead and move it 15 feet to the east on your map, and we'll just say that it's moving through
Okay.
there, and then I'll let you can go ahead and roll the d10 force damage for your wraith as it ends its turn in a ground of sand.
Wall.
It takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage. I guess it'd be force. It's force.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
force,
right?
right?
It's force damage. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
specific where you said bludgeoning. I was like, oh wait, he has resistance. but
Yeah,
it's
that would
force.
that would
it's
make
force.
sense for him to have resistance to that.
Yeah.
Being in a wall.
Yeah. Hey, thanks,
resistant.
Quintuna, for the shout out for 100 episodes. We appreciate it, man.
Hey yo.
Hey.
Glad you guys are here hanging out with us tonight.
Yep.
Madeline,
All
let's
right,
go.
then, let's go. Lachlan, before you get a chance to go,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you guys feel the wind pick up a little bit in this room.
Oh, no.
And as you look to the source of where there's like a massive mound over here on the left side. I'm going to shift ping you. There's this massive mound of sand that's over on the left side.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Yes.
these vortex-looking swirls start picking up from alongside this hillside of sand. And it almost looks like they're picking up things that are catching a reflection and shining off of the drift globe. That's another thing I wanted to ask. Molfin, what's that drift globe been doing? Or that sun globe or whatever it is?
Drift globe.
Yeah, has it just been like chilling back there where that red dot is?
Oh, hold on, 10.
Does it follow you around?
Yeah, it stays
Okay.
within 60 feet, so it would actually have moved up.
Okay. Well, yeah, so you guys can definitely see.
20, 30, 40. So it would be about here.
Okay, perfect. So it's pretty much illuminating this whole space. You can see that these wind formations start to gather together, and they contain within them a bunch of sand from the floor, and also it looks like something reflecting. And you notice, probably Ashlyn, Molfin, Lachlan, you guys would be the first to notice. It looks like gold coins, like hundreds of them, start whipping up
What?
in these vortexes, and it looks like some
I-
air elementals start to appear, and it looks like they're filled with gold and sand as they emerge.
That's kind of cool.
Oh.
Oh, they're
No.
huge.
It means the
Oh.
Oh my god,
bloody,
they're
it means
Oh.
the bloody dragon has buried its money.
Oh no.
Doesn't have to stop us.
I have one tiny air elemental. This is not good.
Yeah.
Somebody turn me into a dog. I'll dig up all the gold.
Thank you for the. Oh yeah, Scythian Nightingale is like loot elementals in the chat. They are loot elemental. I'm gonna add them to the initiative order because they rolled a
Okay.
12. So I'm gonna call them loot elementals because that's exactly.
love
That is
that.
awesome.
Wait,
That's
so
awesome.
chat, I'm gonna add loot elementals to the turn order, and
Can't wait.
they go on 12. So I'm gonna
Right.
drag them up to their position,
Wonderful.
which is right.
That means
right
they're next.
they are next. So they get to go,
Right.
and they're a lot bigger than the air elemental that Callista brought about.
So they are.
How much speed do they have?
Spaghetti.
They can hover 90 feet. Gosh. This
So
one,
this time, I believe you're
right up to
Principal's brother.
Ashlyn. Here comes
Oh,
one right up to
fuck
me.
King
Those are mine.
Hackathon. Here comes one for some Molfin.
Oh no.
And here comes one for some
don't wanna step to this little
Lachlan.
man.
Cha-cha-cha! As they come up. And they are going to come in swinging. So, Ashlyn, here comes 2 slam attacks against you as this air elemental and
Gotcha.
filled with golden coins.
Hmm.
Whipping around you, goes to slam into you twice. Oh, I got it on.
Whisper.
It's whispering. It rolled a 26.
Yeah, but I'll hit.
Let me turn the never whisper rolls for these characters, so that way everybody can see them. Because I don't like to be whispering all the time. And then so you're gonna take the first one does 21 points of bludgeoning damage, as you can feel yourself getting sandblasted and all these coins
Okay.
thumping you as it hits you. And and a
At
23.
least we'll be rich. No, 23 will not hit.
Not hit. All right. So this one, you kind of pulled up, shield yourself with your arm as some of these coins just
Yeah.
deflect off and roll across the floor and ground around you. 2 slam attacks coming to King Hekaton. The first one will actually miss, and the second one will also miss as he deflects
Nice.
both of them, kind of blocks these attacks from coming in. Molfin's going to get 2. 16
Muffin will cast shield.
shield, so you deflect that with your magical energy as some coins go flying off of your magical shield. And your second one is going to be a 15, so that one will deflect off the shield as well. Lachlan, 2 coming to you.
Okay.
A 20 to hit.
That would definitely hit.
It slams down on you for 21 points of bludgeoning damage
Ouch.
as you're peppered with golden coins.
Yes, this is the best way to die.
If Lachlan goes, this is how Lachlan goes,
And
yeah.
you dodge, you quickly dodge out of the way of this next one as it slams into the pillar of stone behind you, sending
Oh, wait.
coins all over the. Oh wait, are you blind?
The one that, oh yes,
Oh,
but
it's double 11, so it wouldn't matter.
yeah, the one
But
that
you got
hit me,
blink
though,
damage.
the one that hit me, I do have my mirror image on right
Yeah.
now,
Oh
so I have
yeah,
to
so
roll
you gotta roll
1d20
yeah, to see if it.
to see if he kills one of my shadow clones instead.
Shadow clones, I
Oh.
love it.
Roll a d20 if you must roll a 6 or higher to no, it still hits me.
So hit you? Okay, yeah. So you take that 21 points of bludgeoning damage as you're sandblasted and pelted with golden coins. All right.
Yes.
That's the end of the loot elemental's turn. That brings us to Lachlan.
Alrighty, and I am blind, but I have one of these things right next to me, so I'm just gonna try to. Oh crap! Oh, okay. I guess I have disadvantage, so I'm just gonna then take the oath bow because the oath bow still hungers for the blood of the dragon.
Yeah, you have
Can't change my-
you have disadvantage pretty much anyway. So
Yeah. So I am going to shoot this thing right next to me. With
Why don't
the
you drink
oath
the
bow.
potion?
I've got bloodthirst here. Let's see.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm gonna use one of my poison arrows and see what happens here with the oath bow. Boom. Wait, I said disadvantage. Yeah, it's 11.
as you fire from such close range, the wind from this
Yeah.
creature just blows your aim off track, and it just goes flying across the room.
Gotcha. Now to get rid of my blindness, do I get to make a roll?
Yep,
or-
Constitution save. Yep.
Constitution save.
You are no longer
yeah.
blind, Lachlan.
And now I see
and now-
swirling gold.
Yep, swirling gold and sand all around you.
You're mine. End turn.
Excellent. That brings us to Molfin.
Okay. I had been saving something for the dragon.
Yeah.
Save it for the dragon. Save it for the dragon.
The
She
gold
might
is our
come back.
true enemy.
The gold is our enemy.
After all this time, it was greed.
It's greed. It's killing us all.
I mean, that's very on par for Lachlan.
Yeah.
Gold was his enemy this entire time.
It's allegory.
It is.
I rolled and I got it back, so looking at the one that just tried to punch me, Molfin is gonna,
Punch it.
reach.
Take all its money.
Yeah.
But, I wish you hadn't said that. Give me a
I
second.
pull out its guts, which are coins.
I'm grabbing real dice to let the fates decide on this one because Ashton said
Kind of
punch
like
it.
it's kind of like in the original
Oh, no,
Ninja.
don't
It's kind of like
punch
in the original Ninja Turtles movie, where that one guy trains to be like in the Foot Clan, and he has to take all those bells off that one guy.
Yeah.
Take all the coins out of him.
Dolphin's gonna look at the thing that just tried to punch him
Don't punch it.
and just look at it and with his hand just go.
It's looking at you. You can hear just like this weird, like whispering, windy growl, almost like.
And just gonna wave and cast banishment.
Okay.
And then
Charisma saving throw.
roll a d6.
What about the
Come on,
coins?
6 again.
That was nice.
What about
Another
the
6.
coin?
Oh, why isn't it rolling? Did I miss it?
No, it's just.
you got
Okay, so I can't cast banishment anymore.
Okay.
So it has to make a charisma save.
It's a charisma saving
Oh
throw.
boy, that's not good for these guys. It fails.
Ooh, yeah.
So this one
Goodbye.
is banished currently.
And I am just going to stick a little
What's funny
like
is
orange
when
marker next
when
to
the
myself.
creature banished, the sand and the coins stopped spinning around and just like stayed stationary for a split second in the air, and then all fell to the ground in front of you.
Lachlan.
And then I just put a little orange mark on myself so I remember that I have concentration on the spell.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
And then seeing this Molfin is going to use bonus action because I don't want to get smacked and cast Misty Step to pop over on the other side of Diana.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Diana's you don't really notice him because you're way taller than him right now. So it's like he just appears next to your foot.
I think I better notice there are step on.
Anything else, Molfin?
Nope.
That'll do it. So it brings us
Well,
to
just still singing the same. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out.
okay. Callisto, you're up.
First, I shout to Lachlan, don't waste your poison arrows. They don't work on them.
Thanks for the intel.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna move around to help Ashlyn.
Cool.
This giant Callista comes roaming over.
I'm gonna hit it with my Staff of the Woodlands, so
Nope.
it's magical attack.
Okay.
Nice.
That will hit.
It's not, I don't think it's supposed to be advantage, but
Yeah, the
yeah.
20 still hits.
Okay. And I have to roll more, right?
Yeah,
Like,
2d8.
2d8.
Yeah, extra damage.
And then I also roll thunder damage or lightning damage.
Is that like a
'Cause
thing
I-
where you...
That's from my absorb elements from
Ooh,
absorbing.
Yeah, you absorb that electricity.
So is that
yeah.
3d6 instead of 1?
No, it's still only be 1d6 because it's only
'Cause
like
it's
the
magic?
weapon attacks that add the dice to it.
Okay.
Not the magic stuff doesn't like increase with the giant's
Okay.
Potion.
You really should, though. I mean, if you're a 25-foot giant, you throw a 25-foot fireball, you know?
That's true. Maybe it's still like a 5-foot fireball.
Rolling
Who knows?
below.
You know,
That'd
you saw
be
that little
cute.
bead, it's like, it wouldn't look right.
So the initial damage on that was 16.
It's taking forever to roll. It says rolling the dice and nothing's happening.
Yeah, that's what I did with mine for the
Oh, no.
D6. It
Yeah,
took a good
roll
minute.
20's being a little bit slow tonight, so...
Come on.
Come on, buddy.
It's
Come
in
on.
suspense mode.
Can you roll?
Yeah.
What? Oh,
One.
Well, that's
one-
1d6.
One-
Why didn't the d8s roll?
That's
That's
one
weird.
lightning damage. So
Hell yeah.
Okay.
one little
Okay,
jolt.
there we go.
Oh, there you
And
go.
then
6.
an additional 6 points of damage. Nice. So yeah, as Callista steps up, swipes this thing with the staff. You can see you knock a bunch of coins and sand out of its form, and they go rolling across the floor with the impact.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, what the? Okay. It's just having its own fun time over there.
Oh, now it decided to roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We took the first one. The 6 is better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I guess my elemental, can my elemental fit through any, like, it can fit in through like a really tiny crack, or is there any tiny cracks that can follow this dragon down?
Unfortunately, no. It's pretty much filled in solid. I mean, you can see where the area is disturbed, but it's it's kind of like whenever if somebody's at the beach and they dig a hole in the sand at the beach and somebody lays in it and then they get back up, like you can just see it just all fills back in. So
Okay, so
it's pretty loose sand in there.
you said it's 60 feet
Yep.
down?
Yep.
And then, oh, perfect. So what he's gonna do, he's gonna come flank for Hecaton.
Oh, nice.
This is gonna be interesting because he's gonna have resistance to this.
Did he move past the one that's currently engaged with Ashlyn?
No.
No. Because he can, like, pretty much move through the space.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because he can go, yeah, right through him.
All right, so you can make... oh, and another thing about air elementals, Christy, I want to mention. The whirlwind is an action to do, so you can...
Oh, it's not it's not something that you do that you just, like, on their
No,
turn?
it's listed under actions, so you can either whirlwind on your turn, or you can do the 2 slams.
Oh.
So it's like an either-or sort of thing, and then the whirlwind has that recharge on it. So if you use the whirlwind, then the recharge will charge up. So just
Okay,
just
I
for future reference on the rule.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just, like, assuming it was like the water, that if you're in the space, you automatically start, like, losing your breath.
Yeah, the water elemental is a different one. There's a different...
Okay.
Whelm is different
Gotcha.
from what the air elemental can do.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh no.
So you can go
Hit
ahead and
'em
hit him
twice.
twice with advantage because you're flanking.
Okay. If we'll see. Roll 20.
Critical hits,
Nice.
nice.
Oh.
And a 21 will also hit, so the definitely takes.
Yay. But he's still gonna take probably half, because they're gonna just be giving each other half damage.
Yeah, because their attacks aren't magical, are they?
No, I don't think so. Mine are because I'm a druid.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so those wouldn't be magical attacks. So yeah, that will half. Because that's just bludgeoning. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, just bludgeoning. And I think that's my turn, sir.
All right, excellent. Yeah, so the air elemental slams into this one a couple times. It looks over its what would be constituted as a shoulder area and just kind of snarls back at the other smaller air elemental that it sees behind it. Oh no, we lost Sauce. You
We
coming
did
back?
lose
I know, my
Did your
my
roll 20
laptop
die?
just died randomly, so I have to grab my charger.
Okay. We will we'll move on to King
Sorry.
Hecaton. I guess he's just gonna go ahead and try to swipe that one that the air elemental attacked right in front of it. With his greatsword, he's gonna just swipe twice. He'll have advantage on these attacks. A 26 is gonna carve through. And roll 20. Yeah. A 22 will hit.
Nice.
5
Yeah.
slash.
Unfortunately, these are half damage as well. Because he
Not a magical weapon?
doesn't have a magical weapon.
What? He's a
Damn.
That's
king.
what a
He's a
king is.
king!
No, he has a magic throne.
What?
He doesn't have a magic weapon.
He has a magic
Wow.
throne and he has a magic scepter that controls the throne, but he left the scepter at home, apparently.
Maybe if we trade him a magic item.
This air elemental with the coins and stuff definitely looks like it's losing a lot of the sand and coins that are inside of it as he swipes through, and some of them goes shattering and tinging off the sword and flying across the room and rolling everywhere. It's kind of like somebody just dropped their change purse in the middle of a hardwood floor and just starts rolling all
Oh
around.
god.
And King Hecaton looks like he's super angry right now because he's really frustrated. He hasn't really gotten a great chance to face off against this dragon that has basically ruined his entire family. That
We've
brings
just
us.
been keeping it from
Yeah, that brings us to
We
lair.
lost
We lost
Lachlan.
Lachlan
No,
now.
I clicked wrong.
What's happening?
We're,
Hey guys!
we're just gonna.
Three of us.
It's eventually just gonna be me sitting here by myself. Playing
This is Michael
D&D.
collectively just
Yeah.
killing all of his players
That's it.
one by one.
Yeah,
I'm
secretly.
back.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. The lair action
hot
goes off.
video.
I have a question for you guys because I did not take this note. What was the last lair action that took place?
Oh god.
Does anybody remember which
Sand-
one the last one was?
I think it was the sandstorm that blinded people.
It was. It
Yeah.
was a blind
Yeah.
and sandstorm.
Yeah, you used it a couple times. I think it was that one, honestly.
Okay.
I think. Oh, and actually, I think
Hang on.
I forgot to
I'm
make a
looking.
Constitution save for the race because it is still.
Blinded?
I think
Oh,
it's
and-
blinded and it made a perception check to see what it could see.
Is it blinded?
Well-
I couldn't see the symbol.
It's got an eyeball on it.
Oh yeah. Well, it rolled a 6 anyway. That would have made it with
Yeah, it did.
disadvantage. So
Yeah.
it wasn't very good.
Should I make a con save for it now, or we forgot
Yeah,
to?
go ahead.
or
Yeah,
just
go
wait
ahead.
until
Yeah,
save?
go ahead. You can make con save for it. For the fear anyway, I think is the
Just
key.
in case it's.
Ah, it's
Ooh,
no
nice.
longer
You can
afraid.
see.
Oh, I can see.
Oh.
Oh,
Or
okay.
guess what? What was the fear one that it had to make? Because it can make a save at the end of its turn.
Oh,
for
was
fear.
that the last one? Was it the fear? I don't know.
No, that was the
uh,
dragon.
The dragon did its frightful presence.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
You can make a.
Is it a wisdom?
Wisdom.
I
Yep.
think it was a-
Wisdom save. Go ahead and also make a wisdom save. See if he's still afraid.
Fine.
Wait,
I
you-
know. Oh.
Who's frightened?
Just
The
the wraith.
wraith.
Oh, okay.
The wraith didn't benefit from a
Didn't
hero's
eat.
feast.
Yeah, okay. I was like, wait a minute, Muffin, you're not scared.
I can just imagine the wraith sitting at the dinner table with you guys.
Diana would not have allowed
Oh, no.
it. Callista wouldn't do it because Diana would be like, no.
Let's all bow our heads in grace.
Y'all remember, Wolfen is still salty.
Diana,
Oh.
Diana, the roof above you begins to collapse.
Oh no.
Sand and stone begin to fall in on top of you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Diana.
Oh no.
Okay. She make it to throw. I hope it goes well. First roll of the night. Okay, I hit the button. See if it rolls.
Oh,
I hit the
no.
button. Oh no, roll 20.
Ooh, you are engulfed in this sand and stone from above.
Lovely.
You are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Lovely.
You are now prone, restrained, buried,
And suffocating.
and suffocating.
Yeah.
Okay.
As sand is filling.
how do I get out?
You'll get 2 on your turn.
Oh my
Which
God,
is next.
okay.
So Diana, you are
Alright,
completely covered in sand and stone. You can, if you want to try to get out, you can make a strength check
Okay.
as
I
your
will,
action to try to get out of it.
Okay, I will.
And don't forget, you have the potion of giant strength, which gives you a 25 strength.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Giant size, sorry, giant
I
size.
think 25 is a plus, what did we say, 7? Is it a plus
7.
7?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 9.
But
I got a 9.
if you get the +7 on the.
Yeah,
16.
that's just my roll. 9.
Well, you had to roll plus
That wasn't a
7.
save-
7.
That wasn't a saving throw either, by the way.
Wait,
It's
I
just-
thought
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
a
it's a strength check. Yeah, she
Oh.
rolled a
Oh,
strength check.
check. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, you
Oh.
are still buried
Oh no.
Nice.
and restrained, and that was your action. You have a bonus action, and you're restrained, so your movement is currently 0.
I know I can cast Spirit Weapon as a bonus action. I can't remember if I use it in a turn. Is it still a bonus action? Because it says to move it is a bonus action.
If
No, and then you can use
No,
it
you
to
get
hit.
the first time
Yeah.
you summon it, you can hit with it.
Yeah.
Does that spell
Okay.
require you to be able to see the target?
No, it occupies a space, I think.
It occupies a space, but I just didn't know if you needed to have sight to
Yeah.
do it.
I'll put it
Yeah,
in
I
the
think it's
chat, that
a
way
spot you
know.
can see.
Yeah. It
Oh
might be a
wait, no!
spot.
Are you
Oh.
kidding?
It might be a spot.
Are you
can
What does
kidding?
it say?
Hold
What's
on,
it say in the
let
spell
me check
description?
Yeah, what's your?
Give me
I
a second.
won't-
Pull up D&D Beyond and I can check real quick.
Wow, you rolled a
No.
nat 20 on that.
I really cannot believe all I wanted to do was put the info in the chat and I accidentally rolled a nat 20. Are you kidding?
Oh, let's
Yeah,
see what it
that's
says.
Boy.
Spiritual weapon. You create a floating spectral weapon within range. It lasts for the duration or until you can sell it fast again.
You know what? I'm not
It
wasting
doesn't.
it.
It
That
does
is-
not list
It
anything
doesn't
about
say
it.
anything.
range.
It doesn't say
You can do
anything
it without
about
sight.
being able to see it, so you can do it without sight. So where
Nice.
where were you putting it?
I put it next to the one that's next to Lachlan.
Next to Lachlan. That's perfect. You can do that.
Nice.
So there is a
And it go-
spiritual weapon floating around. What's your spiritual weapon look like?
It is good question. It's just gonna be another mace.
Another mace. This
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
very
glimmering
great.
arcane mace that sparkles with magic energy just starts floating next to Lachlan and takes a vicious swipe at the air elemental, knocking it right in the chest with that critical hit. Go ahead and click on your spiritual weapon to get your damage for your crit.
Yay! We don't waste anything. Whoop.
13 plus 1. So
Nice.
14
Yay.
points of damage.
Yeah.
Force damage, yeah.
Alrighty. And then it lasts for 1 minute, so that dragon better get back here.
I'm going to see if I can find a token for a spiritual weapon for you. And while I'm doing that, Ashlyn, you can decide what you would like to do.
Do these elementals have reach? Any chance?
You're not 100% sure, but it does look like they have pretty long wisps of arms that keep on flying out from the outside of them.
So if I ran on the other side, oh, there's a column on the other side anyway. Okay, no. I was gonna try to run around the other side so it didn't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, here is a glowing magical mace next to Lachlan now. Let me see if I can put an aura around it.
I will just try to hit it.
That's a terrible aura.
Yeah, that is. You can't really see that.
Can't really see that.
Oh.
But
Yay.
wait till you do your own.
That's a little better.
That's better.
Yeah, that's better.
Nice.
Okay,
Alright, what were you going to do again, Ashlyn? Go ahead.
just hit this thing in front of
This
me.
thing in front of you? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
Pretty.
try to.
Oh my god.
So
yes,
17?
yes, Storm, I'm clicking on it.
17 does hit.
Okay, so 9 magical bludgeoning.
9 magical bludgeoning as more coins go flying across
Ooh.
the room.
2,
Oh yeah, you got to do the additional.
Plus 14.
14.
yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna hit it again.
Yeah,
29.
Definitely.
Okay. 13 magical bludgeoning, and I think I.
Oh yeah, that's 13 bludgeoning. Plus additional 10, so 23 bludgeoning.
10. Yeah, and then I'm gonna just smack it in the martial arts. I'm gonna roundhouse its face. That's what I'm gonna do. 21.
Yes, you roundhouse it in the face. Very
Oh.
12
dramatic.
magical bludgeoning.
Gotta have the
and that
roundhouse.
is 13 magical bludgeoning.
12 and 13 magical bludgeoning.
Yeah.
So that's
25
Yeah.
more.
25 more.
Jesus.
As you roundhouse
23,
spin,
23, 25.
Ashlyn jumps up in the air, spinning, coming around with her heel and catching this thing, what seems to be its face, with the back of her heel. You watch as sand just it just goes shattering and flying all across the room. You guys all get pelted with golden coins as this thing just shatters into pieces and is no longer in existence.
Okay. Cool.
Lachlan got a little excited.
Yup. End turn.
End turn. Okay.
Yeah.
That brings us to the dragon.
Oh no.
Let me see.
Okay, the timing of the dragon and this beat with Sandstorm
No.
is perfect timing.
Yeah. I might require. No, I might have health. I'm good. More than have health.
Okay. You guys hear
Uh-oh.
resonating from somewhere within the lair. You hear, I'm sure it won't be long until your friends are all dead. My army will kill them all. And then you'll be left here. And I will bury you all. and add you to my horde. That voice was resonating from the cavern, the tunnel, on the east side of this room.
Righty then.
Well,
That's the end of her turn. It's Mr. Wraith's go.
Okay. So, basically, action dash to follow the path.
Okay.
okay.
So you said it's coming from the east, so I'm assuming it's still heading that direction then?
Yeah, you heard it coming from the east, and it's kind of echoing from that tunnel that seems to be open to that eastern side of the room.
And Wraith is just going to keep, following however that little path meanders underground.
Okay. Go ahead, and
So,
he's going to take another D10
another
force
D10,
damage.
Yep. No, what? I do not need, 10 bleeding. Jeez, stupid. There we go. Roll a D10. Hooray!
1 point of force
Wow.
damage.
Nice.
Yeah. And I believe your wraith also gets to make. It can see, right?
It can see.
Okay,
It's.
Can you
still
take
afraid.
the eye token off of him? Does he have an eye token on him?
Oh, I thought I did.
It looks like it's still on there.
No, that's the fear one. That's the
that's
person.
Okay, you can go ahead and make a save against the fear again if you'd like.
Okay.
It's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
No longer afraid.
Wow.
Hooray!
So you can remove the fear from the wraith. The loot elementals get to go.
Okay.
The one is still banished.
Nice.
So the other one is going to. It's going to share the wealth here and go ahead and attack the air elemental and King Hecaton. And the other one's just going to try to beat on Lachlan a little bit more. So here's the first.
Bring it on.
Here's the first one against Lachlan. It's a
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 doesn't hit, but it does hit one of my clones and takes it out.
Takes out one of your clones. Okay. So you,
Bummer.
how many are you down to?
2 left.
2 left. All right. Here comes the second slam attack. A 16 again.
It would miss me.
Miss you. Okay.
And no clones.
So it slams down onto one of them. You see one Lachlan just vanishes as it hits with one attack. Here's one towards the air elemental. It's going to be 18 to hit
Yep.
for 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And then one to King Hecaton, which is going to be a natural 1. 2
Nice.
natural ones.
2 natural ones.
And
Yeah.
misses terribly as
Oh.
Hecaton just ducks quickly out of the way, ending their turn. Lachlan, we're back to you.
Roger that. I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage, take a step away, get out of melee range so that I can take a clear shot.
Okay.
I'm still using the oath bow, so it's standard attack.
Standard attack. Got it.
And I'm not going to use a poison arrow. Thanks, Callista!
Yep.
As we try to attack this guy. Oath bow. 13.
13 does not hit.
Nope.
So you fire, the wind it almost seems to just disappear into the wind and then fly off in a different direction, like it didn't.
No! Whoa, whoa!
4.
And turn. Oh, I like that. The nat ones should have been like the air elementals just handing you guys gold.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here, put this in your pouch. Here. All right, Molfin, you're up.
Muted?
Yes.
Always. But not,
Bingo.
likewise, not speaking yet either.
Did not mean to do that.
I do not. Really don't like that she's running. And,
She ran to get her potion of full healing.
That would be so bad, wouldn't it? That would be so terrible if the
Yeah.
Dungeon Master.
Okay.
Huh, 2 potions of superior healing?
Yeah.
Molfin's gonna look over at Diana to sort of give a little tug on the side of her pants and just point to the right and say, "I believe she's going that way, and I'll be following."
I
And Molten
Diana
She's
is
a
underneath
barrier.
all the sand.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, she-
I forgot she was buried.
You are pulling on her foot. It's just sticking out of a pile of sand. Massive foot with sand and rocks sticking on top of it.
Do I still hear him?
Molfen, you could try to pull her out.
With your creepy hand.
The hand.
Take the glove off and just grab and pull.
Hey, the glove hasn't been on,
That's
man.
it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Molten, go! I got Diana.
Can Diana hear him?
Roll.
Diana, you hear.
Okay.
The dice decide. Molfin's running.
Can I recognize it as like Molten's?
Action dash. And then from there, Molfin is casting as a bonus action Misty Step again
Okay.
to jump out on the 30. And as he's charging up, no, please don't leave yet. There's so much we have yet to discuss.
Is your globe
I'd say
following you?
this knowledge was electrifying, but I've seen more power come from a 9-volt battery.
Ooh. There's a fight in words.
What is this battery you speak of?
It's an arcane implement. I understand if you're too simple to understand.
Oh!
Is the globe following you, Molfen?
Oh, that's a good point. Yes, it stays within 60 feet of
Okay.
me, so it's going to...
Sick
uh,
burn.
Sick
so that's
burns.
10, 20, 30, 40... Yeah, so it's probably somewhere like right in here.
Perfect. And the Molfen's turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Just
Brings us...
Taunting a dragon, because, hey, good idea, right?
Always a good idea. Callista, your go.
All right, I'm gonna go over and try and get Diana out.
Okay, make a strength check for us.
Okay.
We lose.
Just lost somebody.
Oh,
Is it?
okay.
Can I use athletics
For
or is it just strength?
this one, it specifies a strength check, so we'll say strength check.
Okay.
Oh, easily.
Ooh.
You reach down,
Nice.
grab into the
I have
sand. You,
proficiency in athletics. That's why I'm asking.
you
Like,
feel
yes,
Diana's
cool.
armor, and you just, I'm going to say with that roll, you pick her right up and set her on her feet. Like right in front of you,
Nice.
and dust some of the
Yeah.
sand off of her.
Aww.
As you guys are both 25 feet
Gotcha.
tall.
Get it out of her
I'm taking
hair.
sand out of my hair.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. Getting it out of her.
Anything for a bonus action, Callista?
Standing jump.
I don't think I have one currently, so
Okay.
no.
So your air elemental can go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Kiss me as a
Oh.
bonus action. With advantage, unfortunately, the first one's going to miss. The
Yeah.
second one will hit
Yeah.
for the 16 bludgeoning.
All right.
So it's 8 points of damage. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Way to go. You're,
3. Okay.
I just saw what you're typing just now. I'm slow. Free action, bonus action. I have nothing left, so yeah, why not?
Yay!
Is that the end of Callista's turn?
Yeah, just give her a quick kiss, make sure she's okay, and just brush her off, and that's my turn.
Okay,
Yay.
perfect. Brings us to King Hecaton, who takes 2 great sword swipes at this air elemental in front of him. So King Hecaton is going to take swipes, swinging his sword. That will definitely hit for 33 halved, and that will definitely hit as well for another 28. Let's see how much hit points this guy has left. That's going to be... I don't know if it's going to be enough to take him down all the way. No, it's not. He is still there, but there's barely any coins left spinning around in him. There's barely any sand. It's just the form is barely holding itself together. As King Hecaton swipes through him twice. The lair action begins to go. And as Callista and Diana are sharing this moment, electrical energy coalesces on the northern wall and zaps downward through Callista, Diana, and actually is going to hit this air elemental with coins in it down here at the bottom as well. So you guys need to make a dexterity saving throw for me as this lightning just zaps across the room.
Absorb element as a reaction.
All right, using your reaction.
Yep.
Okay.
Every time I'm with you, it's like a spark of electricity.
Smooth.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna actually cast it
Episode
at level
title.
Now that's
3.
using the environmental effects to your advantage.
I'm casting it at level 3 just to clarify, so she gets the extra d6s later.
Okay, spell capture some of the incoming energy. Okay, so you still have to make the saving throw,
I still have
right?
to make a dex save.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make your dex save. Diana, make your dex
Okay,
save.
dex
And this guy's gonna make his dex save.
I think I fail.
Dex save with the and the elemental fails. Yes, you do fail, unfortunately, Diana.
Unfortunately. Very enthusiastic, yes, though. I like it. Yes! You fail!
So if you
I wish I would give it to you, but it's self only. I'm sorry.
that's if you
So
fail, you
cute.
take 10 points of lightning damage. If you succeeded, you
Oh,
take
no.
5 points of lightning
So
damage.
that's 5 half is 2?
2.
3?
That's correct. Yeah. And this one has resistance, so this one he's going to take 5 points of lightning damage. As this lightning arcs and zaps across the room, striking the other side and dissipating off the other wall, bringing us to Diana's turn.
Oh boy. Okay. So after I cast it, it's a bonus action the first time I cast it. It's furthermore a bonus action to like use it, right? To attack with
Yep.
it.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
lit.
And you can continue to you can attack as a bonus action with it.
I suppose I, as Diana, will just run up on that one right there. I'll get right up in its range.
Okay,
The one that's next to Lachlan.
sure.
And I'll just run right there. And I'll make one attack with my magic mace, but I won't use any of the charges or anything like that. Because if I use them more,
Well, you can
it
always
might disintegrate.
No, she doesn't have very many charges left. That's why she doesn't want to use it.
Really? You've used that many charges on it? I thought you only used it once.
I used 2 charges on it, and the effect failed. And then I used 2 charges again and succeeded, I think. And then I think I used 1 more to do an extra 1d6. So I have 2 left. But
Okay.
if I use all 7, then like I risk it disintegrating completely.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
do.
you're right.
About
A
that.
14, unfortunately, is going to miss. As you don't...
Alrighty.
You seem like you're about to hit it, but it's almost like the air form of it just like wraps around your mace and pushes it away.
Alrighty. And now spirit weapon.
Spiritual weapons attack.
25.
That
Hit it.
definitely hits.
Yeah.
So
There you
roll your
go.
damage on that one.
Yay.
Nice.
Wait, I have a question. Every single time I swing with it, is it casting a spell?
No,
No,
No.
it's just a bonus action.
no, you're basically
what
you're
level did you
I think
cast it
you're
at?
is it
I
concentration?
casted at level 2,
Oh, okay.
Spiritual weapon
and I
a
don't think it's
concentration spell?
concentration.
Nope.
I don't think
No?
so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it just lasts. All right, yeah,
Okay.
slams into it. You can
Oh,
see
I have
more coins
concentration
fly
on
out.
Beacon of Hope.
Yeah, that's right. You have your concentration already on Beacon of Hope. That's right.
Okay.
Oh,
so those are
you did
cool.
take some damage when that ceiling collapsed in on
Oh,
you.
yeah, I also need
So,
to take...
and you took
yeah.
damage
I
from
forgot
lightning,
about
so you
that.
need to make 2 concentration checks for Beacon of Hope.
Oh, no.
How much?
Uh-oh.
What is
I
that?
think
1d20?
The second one is definitely, yeah, it's a concentration check, DC 10. How much was the ceiling falling in? How much damage did that do?
Like,
I think
pick
it
someone
did-
back up.
Should be a 3d6 one is what I rolled.
10.
10? So they're both DC 10 concentration checks. Constitution
Okay.
Constitution save is what you
I'm
rolled.
good.
Constitution save.
Elemental
right.
still under control.
All right.
Okay, good.
There's
Well,
one.
you saved the
Yay,
first.
Barely.
There's the second one.
Barely.
Also a 10. You save
And we
both.
make it.
You
Good job.
maintain on both.
Nice.
The beacon is still there. End of Diana's
Yay.
turn, I believe.
Yep.
Bringing us to Ashlyn.
All right, Ashlyn's just gonna turn to this one to the south of her,
Okay.
her right now, and just kind of wail on it.
Okay.
I guess.
You got it.
So 27.
Yes.
Okay, for 15 magic.
You don't even have to roll the extra damage. You shatter
Oh,
it
that's
into
true.
coins and
Eh.
dust and sand, just spread
Oh,
out
cool.
everywhere. These are gone. He's gone.
Nice.
All right. Well, I am going to run. Let's see, 25 feet, then 105 feet over to where Molfin is.
Excellent.
Jesus Christ.
Excellent.
Because I'm gonna
Monks.
use a point to dash, a key point.
Okay.
Cool.
So that'll bring
So
you
I'm
over to
just
that,
gonna-
that
Like a
spot.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to here to Molfin and just kind of.
There's like a sand cloud forming in the back of her feet as she's running across this room. It's almost like little sand dust air elementals just form and like for a split second and then just dissipate into sand on the ground again.
That'd be awesome.
Poor gnome
Yeah.
is being shaken
Yeah,
by this jackhammer running at him.
just running by.
Damn,
looking,
come on,
and
man.
you guys can see that the cave starts to turn left.
Yes.
Or no, so it'd be to your right as you go in. It starts
To
to turn
right,
your
yeah.
way,
Okay.
as you walk in there. Anything else that Ashlyn can do, or is that everything?
No, that's everything right now.
Okay, it's her turn.
Gotcha.
So you guys here?
Yeah.
You sure do like to talk.
Oh, him. Yeah, he does.
Oh, him, yeah.
And then you hear,
Oh, you're not
you can
talking-
hear, like, you guys can hear you're getting closer to this creature. It seems like it's down this path at some point. And then you also,
Great.
hear, I know what it is that you wear on your face.
Skin.
After I kill
A
you,
beard.
it will be mine.
Oh,
It
God.
won't fit on you, lady.
And then you guys hear some,
Oh, goodness.
Uncle Molfin, it won't fit on her anyway. She's a dragon. Come on. She
It's
looks
like not
Do you
even
really
like her
think she's going to
color.
kill me?
No.
That worm's as talentless.
Okay.
all right,
Let's kill her together.
her turn is over. It's the Wraith's
'Kay.
turn.
Okay, so the Wraith is going to do exactly the same thing. And action dash and just keep giving chase.
Nice.
That is another
Yeah, it's not her color. She's
60,
blue.
60 feet, so get there and around the corner. And then it's going to take some more damage.
Yep.
Come on, one.
And
Oh, five.
Five.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think he needs to make any more saving throws, but the Wraith is actually starting to climb up a bit
okay.
as it's following this disturbed sand.
Uh-oh, it's coming up. She's coming up!
No?
That's a good thing. That means when we find her, we can get her.
True.
The last loot elemental gets to go. And seeing Diana approach and get right up in his grill, he's gonna go ahead and make 2 swipes. Well, wait, let's see if he has reach. Nope, he does not have reach. Okay, it's going to go ahead and whirlwind Diana.
No!
So it just goes to Diana and it's going to do whirlwind. You need to make a strength saving throw for us. Diana, as it comes into your space and you start to be overwhelmed by the massive wind gusts.
Hell
Yeah!
Oh, easily,
Hell
easily.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you do take half damage,
Half
but
damage,
you're not
yep.
flung. So that's 4d8 plus 2. Is that correct? Yeah.
That's what it's at.
Weird. So we'll just do 4d8 and add 2. So it's half.
Is it really that much?
Half of 26.
Half a 24?
14.
Mine?
Oh, no,
no,
it's
because
plus
he's
2.
bigger. Yeah, because mine's
So you
3d8
take,
plus 2, so he's bigger.
13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that will
Let me do my
end.
math.
That will end its turn. The other one is still banished.
Nice.
Lachlan.
2 rounds banished so far.
Gonna shoot the loot. Boom.
Shoot the loot.
12, does that?
It does not hit. Your arrow again gets swept up into the wind and just flung off into a random direction.
I shake the oath bow at it menacingly. Enter.
You hear an elven in your head. "'Tis not my enemy."
Good point.
And turn.
Yep. Enter.
All right, Molfin's up.
Okay, so you said it sounds like we're getting close to this thing, right?
Yeah, sounds like you're getting. It's like
Okay, so Molfin's
getting
going
warmer,
to...
getting warmer, getting warmer, getting warmer.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna go movement first.
Okay.
Get to there. Do I see what I see?
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Its held action goes off.
Oh no.
And
Alrighty then.
she begins to fly in this very small tunnel. She just takes like one big and slams into the roof of this tunnel. And it begins to collapse above you, Molfin. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As the entire ceiling looks like it's coming in down on top of you.
We have advantage. We have DM's inspiration blast time, right?
You do. Would you like
Now
to
would be
use
the
it?
time.
I'm gonna burn it. Yeah.
All right. Make it with advantage.
19.
19.
19 is good enough. Molfin, as you see this happen, the ceiling just like the other ceiling collapses that have been happening were just like localized and these like small like just holes like happening in the ceiling coming down. This is like the tunnel coming in. And when she does this and you can see like the sand she disappears from your view and you just turn around immediately and run back towards Ashlyn. You do a quick barrel roll off the ground and the sand just kind of pushes you back. This whole tunnel seems to be filled in now with sand and rock, and you've avoided it. Let me double check. You might take a little bit of damage from some of the stones and things.
That bitch. We need to kill her.
Working on it.
Missing my... Oh, here it is. The layer overview. On a failed save. Nope, it doesn't say half damage on a successful so you don't take any damage. But now basically this whole tunnel is filled with sand and rock from the bottom to the top, and you can't see beyond it, and it doesn't look like it's passable.
Okay.
But Molfin, you have your action and bonus action left.
Molfin picks himself up, sort of rushes down, turns back and looks at Ashlyn. Get the others and find another way. I'm personally going to follow this blue bitch no matter where she goes.
Okay, I'll try.
And Molfin is going to start casting a spell through the shroud.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Callista, can you burrow as a giant badger or something?
And I am casting etherealness and stepping into the ethereal plane.
Fantastic. Ashlyn, you watch as Molfin's form just slowly dissipates and vanish.
Goodbye. Oh,
You have
Just-
advantage
I have
on your
advantage.
I
wisdom.
think that's a success,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
That's
so-
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Molfin has advantage for wisdom anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long as
good.
over an age
Well, he has.
jump.
Well, he has advantage from the Hero's Feast and Beacon of Hope
And gnome cunning.
and Gnome Cunning. So you're good.
okay, cool.
So,
So
and then
Molfin
once I'm
passes
in the ethereal plane, bonus action, Misty Step.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go start heading this direction and try to find my way through just until I get past the collapsed part of the ceiling.
What happens if you misty step into the collapsed part of the ceiling?
Probably take 4.
Absolutely nothing. It
Nothing
your
allows me
ethereal.
to-
Because your
Oh,
ethereal doesn't
yeah.
affect you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as you appear from your misty, all you see is darkness. You see sand. Like you haven't gotten all the way through the collapse yet.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it says if I come back in, then it shoves me to the closest unoccupied, and I take a whole boatload of damage for that. But as long as I stay in the ethereal, I'm good.
Okay. That brings us to Callista's turn.
Okay.
You guys all heard and felt that collapse. Like you heard a slam and the whole place shake, and you see some dust coming out from that tunnel from where Ashlyn seems to be like shouting out to all of you guys, or definitely something happened in there.
Tunnel collapsed. She's inside somewhere, I think. Uncle Muffin disappeared.
Okay, well, first Elemental's going to
Turn into a giant badger.
I can't.
A giant badger.
I can't.
Oh.
I turn into an air elemental.
Oh, you turned into an air elemental?
No, that's what happened. That's why I can't do any more wild shapes.
Oh, you're out of
my
wild
short rest.
shapes. Oh, yeah.
Because
okay.
turning into an elemental takes 2 charges.
It does?
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I
That's
didn't know
that's the trade-off is you get to take the elemental forms, but it takes 2 charges.
Takes 2 of your wild shapes.
Both of them. Okay.
That's why when we were
Yikes.
flying on the airship, she would have to take a rest every like 6 hours because she'd only have to rest for an hour and then get it back.
Good point. Right.
So at the current moment, she hasn't had a short rest, so she's out of wild shapes for a while.
We can just short rest here while you.
Let's just short rest for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Don't worry,
elemental.
Mulpin's got this on his own.
23
Yeah,
That's
and
the crazy
22,
psychotic half-evil
2
wizard
hits,
with the big evil dragon.
big air elemental.
2 hits flanking,
Well, how's
so with
it-
advantage.
Yeah.
So those both hit.
Alright.
Let me go ahead and get.
28 needs 14 points of damage. Well,
Ooh, wait, I got an idea.
Is that 28 total? Yeah, so 14 points of damage.
28
Yeah.
14, yeah.
So it's still, it's definitely losing its wind energy, but it's still up. It's still in the fight.
No, that's not it. No, that's not the other. Damn it.
I guess I will go follow because I don't know what's happening over there. I can't.
I just
go
told
very-
you.
Well, I know that you told me, but I don't know what's actually. Okay, so I will use.
Your voice might have been a little bit muffled by the cave-in and
Uh-oh.
everything that's been
I-
going on.
I can get to the entrance. I can't get very far. If I were to use my action to dash. So that's my turn.
Okay. King Hecaton's gonna go, and he looks towards Diana and Lachlan and is like, "You got things here," and points towards the remaining air elemental. Lachlan just
Your Highness.
salutes. He's gonna go ahead and use his dash too. And he can go 10, 20, 30. He can get to right next to Callista. He's running with his great sword in one hand, just charging across the room. We'll get her! And he's running across, and that triggers the lair action.
Stop.
This is not a lair action.
No, but it's funny.
Okay. What does the lair want to do?
Ooh.
Callista,
Uh-huh.
as you get into the tunnel, it seems like the
Uh-huh.
residual effects from the collapse are taking place above this part of the tunnel a little bit too, and part of the ceiling starts to collapse in on top of you, Callista. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
It's almost like a little aftershock occurs.
Alright.
Oh no.
Callista, you are
Yee.
buried into
Cool.
this mess. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are prone, restrained, suffocating, and buried under a massive pile of rock and sand.
Cool.
Which brings us to Diana.
Okie dokie. So the first thing Diana is going to do is grab her girl by her feet and yank her out of a pile of sand.
You're not near her.
Yeah, you'd have
I'm
to.
not near her.
Yeah,
No.
you're over there.
Ran away.
You were still fighting that air elemental over there in the middle of the room.
Oh no, you're right.
Go help
Where'd you
her.
go?
I can handle it.
Where'd
I
you
got it.
go?
I got Callista.
I'm fine.
Oh, Callista, I believe you need to make a concentration check, DC 10 for your air
Okay.
elemental.
Yeah, I have advantage because I'm a warcaster.
And I forgot. The drift globe would be over here.
No, yeah,
Ah.
yep, it's still following, yep.
No, yeah,
Advantage, yep, you're
I'm good.
fine. Yep, air elemental is still under your control.
good.
Yay. Dang it, that spells my touch. Okay. Would Diana even be aware of that happening?
It'd be hard to see because there's that big
Yeah.
pillar in the way, and you're in hand-to-hand combat with this massive coin-filled air elemental.
Massive coin flip.
Currently, you have advantage on any of your attacks because the other elemental is flanking with you.
Lit.
Yep.
Okay then. Well, then I will attack with the magic mace again.
Okay.
Do 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 do. Magic mace. Swinging at
That
you.
definitely hits.
Nice. 20.
And then I get an extra. What is it? It's a
think
D8 for
Yeah,
that.
so extra 2d8.
Or no, D6. I'm
2d8.
Oh,
sorry.
d6?
Oh my
Is it
gosh.
d6?
No, it's
Yeah.
2d8. Oh,
Is it mace?
Yeah, it's a
For-
D6.
d6, yeah, so it's additional 2d6 damage.
okay.
Yes.
6 points, so
more
21
of
total
damage.
points of damage. Yeah, you knock some more
And-
sand and coins out of this thing. It's starting to really like break apart and dissipate some, but it's still there, still holding its form together.
Spiritual weapon. Oh wait, do I get advantage? I don't get advantage. on
Spiritual weapon does
Yeah,
not
you get-
have advantage.
Yeah, no.
Because it's not technically flanking with anyone and misses this time.
Alright.
Oh, nuts.
Aw, 14.
14 is not enough.
Waste of a nat 20.
Anything else,
That's
Dino?
it.
That's it. That brings us to Ashlyn.
Nope.
I'm gonna help unbury Callista.
All right, so you're
Hopefully.
heading over. Make a strength check for your action.
Strength check.
Oh,
25.
easily reaching down, pull her
Yeah.
up, stand Callista back up. She's covered in sand.
I brush her off a little, and I kiss her on the cheek too.
Oh, yeah, getting all the action. I'm
Yep.
loving this.
They go, there you go. Now you can help us
Yes.
burrow.
I can't, honey. I'm sorry.
With your hands, come on. Between,
Oh, okay.
between all of
okay.
us, we should eventually get to her.
Sure.
Maybe she'll suffocate in there. Who knows?
Okay, anything else you'd like to do, Ashley?
Nope.
All right,
That's my action.
her turn. We're just gonna do. Ba-da-ba-ba. Just getting my positioning ready.
Okay. Sounds good.
Her turn is over. Mr. Wraith.
Oh, great.
Okay, so he is doing the same thing, action dash. Heading along. Actually, how from where he is, does he reach the end of this you said he was starting to dig his way up. Does he hit the surface within 60 feet of his, or within 30 feet?
10, 20, 30, not
So he
within
would be
30.
right 30 would put him right there.
He's getting close, but he's not quite.
Okay, so he would then action dash. How much further would he be that he'd still be underground? Because that's where he has half movement.
Probably 3 more squares.
Okay, so that's so that would be, and then he'd have always half his movement to there. So it was just full movement. So he would action dash, so it would be 30 feet. So he would have. I'd still have 30 feet movement left. So he's going to actually charge right up. And yeah, he can't attack, but he is going to get right up and start flying around this thing's face.
Oh yeah, you can see that the Wraith can see she's got her claws like buried in to the sand and is just watching towards that tunnel as the Wraith kind of just comes out from there. And as the Wraith starts to get closer to her, She almost seems to ignore it. And still watches the tunnel.
Good to know.
End of the race turn?
That was it. He had to action dash, so he is fluttering around the face, but that's all he can do.
Okay, this air elemental is going to try to smack the other air elemental once, and then Diana once with some slam attacks. So the air elemental to air elemental is a 24.
Yeah.
So 17 points of bludgeoning damage as it slams into it with a coin-filled wind vortex of an arm. And then a 27 against Diana. That's going to slam into you for 20 points of bludgeoning damage, Diana. And that brings us right back to Lachlan.
All right. Come on, Oathbow, we can do this. Gonna fire a little shot here, and just real quick. Yeah. Does 17 hit?
17 does.
Nice, and I have allies within 5 feet.
You
so it's sneak
do.
attack.
You do.
See what happens here. Boom and a boom.
Okay.
23.
23. Yeah, you strike this
Yeah.
thing for 23. The arrow actually seems like it hits home with some kind of impact. There's barely any wind holding together. This creature's just like...
Oh, no.
But it's still there, Lachlan.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna start kind of backing up toward. I hear all the stuff going on with my movement here, while still keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
End turn.
End turn. Excellent. Molfin, it's your turn.
Is Muffin muted?
Muted.
God.
Is there a silence spell on thee?
Yep. So Molfin is going to Molfin gonna Molfin.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm gonna use the
Molfin
rest
got
of
a
his
Molfin.
movement
Sorry, don't
to
mind me. I'm just testing something.
Okay.
go over here. Now at this point, has Molfin gotten out of the buried in area yet?
You have. And you can see this thing
Okay.
staring towards that. I'm just... It's just like
Okay.
waiting, anticipating something to come through.
What if we just leave her
Okay,
there?
bitch.
You can
Oh,
see like
no.
these pops of static electricity all over her body, like you can, almost like when you know how at night, whenever you see those like bright snaps of static, you can almost see those like flashing off of her scales. She's got wounds everywhere. She's got gouges. She's missing scales, bleeding.
Mouth open, closed.
Like partially open. Like somebody who breathes with their mouth open. You know.
Yeah. Would Molfin have anything from the couple of times he's seen her moving around? Have any idea of how wide she can open her mouth?
Probably. She could probably swallow you whole. Easily.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm within range. So bonus action, Misty Step, aiming right behind the unicorn horn on her nose.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah.
right behind it, between her eyes, and as appearing there.
Molfin, Zips, you're standing basically, you're hovering kind of like in the ethereal plane, like just floating there above her, behind her thorns. She's looking straight at the back of the tunnels still.
I remember.
Action.
No.
Drop back into the material plane.
Molfin, you land on her face.
I'm just gonna try to hold on to the horn.
Oh god.
Yes!
Shinderu.
You're taking my idea, Muffin. How dare
What's he
you?
gonna do?
This is my plan last session.
Oh, yes.
How dare you?
Yes.
What's he
How
gonna do?
dare?
Yes.
I know what he's gonna
I
do.
am so happy. This has been such a good. You know what? Let's go ahead and take our break right there, because it seems like
Oh my gosh.
a good place for a break tonight. We're almost there at 9:30, so we're gonna go ahead and take our break for the evening. Oh, guys, you gotta stick around for this. Oh, yep.
Dragon wrestling.
we got 100 bits
Yep.
for dragon wrestling. Some good old fashioned dragon
Let's
wrestling.
hope this goes as well as it did with that white dragon, because Muffin had a really good time riding that thing. So,
All right, guys. Well, we'll be right back with the continuation of our 100th episode of Storm King Thunder, right here, Proficiency Bonus. Stay right there. We'll be back in just a few minutes. See you soon, guys.
BRB.
See you.
And welcome back, everybody. It's a Storm King's Thunder episode 100. Yes, episode 100. Yeah, we were celebrating tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us during this epic encounter with Iymrith, the ancient blue dragon. Callista, it's your turn. We ended off before the break. Molfin went ethereal and now is basically hanging on to the blue dragon's horn on the other side of a collapsed tunnel. That you guys have no idea what's going on right now on the other side of that tunnel.
No.
Okay, hang on.
Is this difficult terrain?
What?
Any of this?
The ground around the wall?
Like if I go, like it's all filled in, like
It's
floor
all
to
filled
ceiling.
in. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you just see like a sloping pit of sand like that's in front of you that goes to the ceiling.
Okay.
Shit, I could have done something, but I don't have it right now.
Well, it was nice knowing Gramps.
Yeah.
You remember?
I've got a handkerchief of wild magic I could just sneeze out. Something there.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, you guys got a bunch of like wild cards.
Yup. That's about all I got. What else do I have? I've got a seed. And 7, bruh.
Zos, don't forget you have the natural 20 for this week too.
I know.
Okay.
It's like health potions in a game. I always want to save it until the last second.
Yes,
I never end up using it.
Yup.
Burn
What if
that
I
shit
need
early.
it?
Yeah.
What if I need it?
Where does the collapse start?
Probably about right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
In this box.
that is probably where the drift globe is sitting then.
Yep, about right, yeah, about
Okay.
right, yeah. I don't think
Okay.
the drift globe's just like bumping into the sand, backs up a little bit, bumps into the sand.
Oh,
backs
that's
up a
kind of
little-
sad, actually.
Would it eventually like just go out
If
if it gets out of
Let me
range
check.
from you
I'm
and
not
can't
sure.
move forward?
That's a good question.
Yeah, there's not much I can do, so I'm just gonna start trying to.
It
Dig.
goes inactive.
Goes inactive. The drift globe.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we can't
nuts.
reach it.
So
That's fine. I've got dark vision.
Anybody
Yeah,
who
me
cannot
too.
see, the only thing that's lighting this place now is around that big pit. There's a few torches that are still burning on the ground from when the Yuan-Ti had them around the pit.
Oh, okay.
But that's it. That's all that's light illuminating in there.
I don't even see that.
So I guess can I just start digging?
You can. Let me double check the ruling on this. See what we've got. Dun, 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 dun. A prey creature, can still make.
The only thing I get at level 13 is I get to understand languages. That's not very helpful.
That's pretty good.
All languages.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty
That's
freaking
Oh
awesome.
gosh, this is
You could have
insane.
helped.
That's OP.
Moby and Lachlan from crossing that doorstep if you had been level 13 back in Nightstone.
I wasn't even in Nightstone with you.
You're also
No.
level one.
Oh.
We stay forgetting that, huh?
The collapse renders the passage impassable until the sand and stone are cleared away, which requires 250 hours of work. Multiple creatures working together can reduce the amount of time accordingly.
So I guess Callista being a druid would look at this and be like, nope.
Yeah, you would know better. You would know that this tunnel is probably packed in for, several feet.
Can we take a short rest? Let's take a short rest and we can turn into a giant badger.
We still have.
Can you hold it for an hour? I need.
I got you covered.
Okay.
God damn it! What's gonna?
That was right out of the written text.
Oh no.
Wow. Wow.
911. Hello.
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 He will be
911?
missed. He will be remembered.
R.I.P.
No.
I cannot
He was-
remember. Did we have telepathic bond cast?
Yes.
Ooh.
No, I don't know.
I don't
think.
know.
I can't remember. Anybody in chat remember if they cast a telepathic bond to each other?
I know that we did during the travel, but I don't know if we did before.
I don't know
that.
how long it was. If it was still going when the gargoyles.
But
I
is
know I didn't cast
that
it.
one?
You did cast it coming in. Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I
we
would,
did
I
cast
would
it
say.
coming in.
I would say it's still up. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
think we
remember you did
'cause-
cast it.
Yeah.
And it really hasn't been that much time.
No.
It's all
yeah,
happened. It's
you're
all
right.
these
been
last
like
3
a minute and a
episodes.
half.
These last
Happened
3
pretty
weeks have happened in a matter of
really
seconds.
quick. For frick's sakes.
I'm wondering.
I don't think there's anything Callista can do without dropping concentration on her air elemental.
Can you move earth or whatever that spell is?
I
Melt
would.
into stone. Can you melt
I-
into stone?
I can, but meld into stone I don't think allows me to go through to the other side.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Meld into stone is just like you go in and you like stay,
Stay
and then
there.
you come
I
out.
Come
forgot
out of
about
the
that.
same-
Okay.
Yeah, you come
Yeah.
out of the same spot you entered. Yeah.
Yeah, because I looked at that. I do have move earth
If you
or
if,
move earth.
if you could be an earth elemental.
Yeah, that too. If I could be an earth elemental, I'd be fine. Also, if I didn't already heal you, because I used my 6th level spell
Sorry.
to heal you, I would have move earth, but I don't
Oh.
because it's a 6th level spell, so I've already used.
Oh no.
Thank you for keeping me alive.
I mean, you're welcome, but now.
I mean, in 8 hours, all of our options come back. So you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We just had to leave him for 8 hours.
Oh jeez! Oh my god!
So in the meantime, Wolf and I were sitting out there having a drink, playing some, you know,
Okay.
bridge,
Well-
gin rummy.
Since I can't
Yeah.
do anything, the air elemental is gonna just beat this thing a couple times. 1, 2.
With advantage, that will hit and hit.
Cool.
And I believe that's enough to dissipate him and shatter coins all the way through the room.
Oh, nice.
Question with this collapse. Is it possible for the air elemental to squeeze through here? Because it can squeeze through really tiny cracks. So is there a potential for him to weave his way through cracks to get to the other side?
Unfortunately, not in this tunnel, no.
Not in this one. Okay.
It
Well
is
then, Mulfin, you're shit out of luck. At least, yeah.
Did the wraith have a pathway though, or was
The
it
wraith
just
can
straight
move
in?
through. The wraith is incorporeal, so it can move through solid
Hang
objects.
on.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
might be worth it. Just let me double check how many I can summon. God damn it. Making me go through all my spells.
Summon
Yeah.
some puppies to start digging.
Yeah.
What's the challenge rating?
Giant badger. Straight in.
Yeah, I'm looking. What's the giant
I summon
badger
giant
challenge
bulldozer.
Yeah.
rating? Giant badger is a 1/4, so I could
Okay.
conjure 8 of them.
8 giant badgers.
Yeah, if I do this though, the elemental
On the elemental, right?
Yeah,
will drop concentration.
that means he will be
A-
a
he will
free
be-
air
free
elemental.
agent.
He will be free elemental. He's not necessarily hostile. Free to do whatever the frick he wants. He can leave. He doesn't have to stay. He can go where the heck he
How
wants.
helpful would the badgers be though?
If I have 8 of them, and they all go in conjunction, they can go 80 feet digging underneath. Like, dig.
They
All
have
right.
do they have a burrowing speed?
Yeah, 10 feet.
10 feet? Okay, perfect. Yep. Burrowing speed's piece of cake. Means they can move that amount without having any issue.
Yeah, so, what Callista's gonna do is back up to the entrance, so she's getting closer to the air elemental and kind of being about there. And, yep, at this point, because she doesn't know what else to do, is she's gonna conjure 8 badgers and drop concentration on the air elemental, because we need to get to Malfit!
Okay. So all of a sudden, appearing out of nowhere, seemingly, are these 8 massive badgers that just form
Oh, they're
all
kind
around.
of fluffy.
And I just tell them to start digging
All right.
to the other side.
They head over and they start digging. You watch as they disappear, and the sand just kind of fills in behind them as they're digging.
Oh
through.
no.
All right. Anything else, Callista?
Oh no!
Okay.
I don't have anything!
King Hecaton goes.
No one has anything.
He runs by. He watches the badgers like going through. It's like, what? Wait, what happened? Is she this way?
Yes. She
She's
is
on the
through all
other
that
side, but
sand.
we need to go under.
Then what are we waiting for? He throws down his sword, runs over and takes a big stone and kind of moves it out of the way and starts just like going crazy, like moving some of these rocks and flipping them over their head. You guys are watching. You're thinking in your head, it's gonna take him forever.
Just go follow the badgers! Follow the badgers!
He's trying to, but the badgers are actually small compared to him. I mean, he's
Oh,
like
that's true.
he's like digging his hands. He's like, oh, but the sand, it just keeps running down. And he just like keeps digging.
What? The sand? What do we do with sand?
Lachlan, make a dexterity saving throw. The ceiling.
Roger that.
No, the ceiling collapsed last time, so I can't do that twice in a row. But lightning can go across the room and hit Lachlan, Callista, and Ashlyn.
Great.
All right.
So lightning.
all right.
So I need you guys to make dexterity saving throws for me, please. As lightning zooms across the room.
Plus 10 to dex. Oh my god.
Ashlyn fails.
Yeah.
Lachlan succeeds.
Okay.
Callista, you're also in this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll only take half
Oh.
the
Still take half.
damage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you still take half?
Yep,
Okay, so
Me too, because I
because
got
I'm
evasion.
doing the elements,
10
absorb elements.
10 more points of lightning damage to anybody who failed, half damage to those who succeed, or just take half.
Or 0.
Just take half.
Yeah,
Because
evasion.
by now, at this point,
Robes.
your levels are so ridiculous now that you guys can just do whatever you want. So after that, lightning shoots across the room, zapping some
Oh.
of you for a little shock.
Okay, never mind.
Just a little jolt. It's Diana's turn.
Hello?
Is Diana there?
Diana just disappeared.
Diana's like, you
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Hi, guys.
It's all good.
Hi.
Okay, so is that air elemental still in front of me?
Nope. The other arrow.
No, but
Okay.
the other one is in.
The other air elemental's looking at you kind of confused now. It's not really sure what's going on.
Okay, so it just looks like a little lost animal. Like,
Kind of,
Yep.
yeah. A lost elemental.
Little lost
Alright.
boy.
all right, then I won't do anything to it. It's not bothering me. I'll just go catch up with everybody else who's at the front of the cave-in.
Okay.
And did it take? It probably took dash to get there, right?
I believe so. What's your movement speed?
30.
Yeah, you can get
Yeah.
beside Lachlan for your first move, and you
Okay.
could get right up next to Callista with your dash if you'd like.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that, and I'll use my bonus action. Oh no, my dash is my bonus action.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay, then I don't know
No,
what
no,
happens
your bonus action is you still have your bonus action.
Your spiritual weapon. not the
Oh,
one-
you're
Yeah.
right, you're right, you're right.
You can
Okay,
move your
I use my
spiritual
bonus
weapon.
action to move my spiritual weapon with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
you can move it 20 feet?
It's either
Huh?
20 or 30.
20
20,
feet, I think.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and move. You probably. Here, I'm gonna try to give you control of this spiritual weapon so you can control it.
Thank you.
Sure. Controlled by Diana Zoss.
Ah. I lost my
There
headphone.
you
Sorry, I'm currently relocating.
Okay, it's all right. As soon as you get relocated, you can go ahead and
From
move
the
your token
bedroom.
and move your spiritual
Okay.
weapon where you choose. And we'll go to
Okie dokie.
we'll go to Ashland's turn.
Callista, should I sneeze?
What?
Should I
Can you just-
sneeze?
Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Before that, the
Oh no.
Iymrith goes ahead and reaches up to grab Mulfin
Oh no.
and is going to use her quick shocking grasp with a legendary action.
Oh no.
A 17.
Shield.
Shields.
Okay.
You deflect magically her claws. How did you get here? And that's the end of her legendary action. Ashland's your turn now.
Okay. Should I sneeze? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Two. I'm gonna use my
Oh no!
Oh,
No!
no!
I don't want it!
my purple handkerchief of
Watch out
wild
be a
magic,
fireball.
and I'm
Wild
gonna
magic
sneeze
is
towards
crazy.
You're sneezing towards where?
the pile of sand.
Okay,
The
roll,
cave-in.
This is good.
roll
This
a
is good.
D100 for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
97.
Oh my god.
I'm
Oh
scared.
My numbers are always
my
scary.
What could happen?
And thank you for the bits. The wild sneeze 100 bits.
Wow, sneeze
Oh,
on a miss.
cool.
97?
As Ashland sneezes into this handkerchief, and it seems to blow some weird sparks of arcane magic out of it,
This is fine.
King Hecaton just begins to slow moving these rocks and just looks all around. Callista and Ashland, you guys all start hearing the faint sounds of harps and some kind of orchestra.
Oh no.
What?
What?
What have
This
you done?
strange ethereal music just fills the air around you guys. It's almost like you're just in an elevator and there's elevator music playing.
Okay.
And it's just resonating through the temple. Mulfin, as you're hanging on to this horn and she's reaching up and trying to grab you and shock you with her electrical energy, you guys, she pauses and just looks up to the sky. As you guys are all hearing this music kind of cascading throughout the entire lair.
Cool.
Angelic harps just continue to play. What else would
Well,
you
that was.
What else would you like to do, Ashlyn?
That's it. I'm gonna punch the sand.
You start punching the sand next to
I
to
start
Hecaton.
punching the sand.
So
punching
we
the
just
sand.
basically have a soundtrack happening in the background.
That's it.
Is what's happening.
That's it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's like, and,
Okay.
and all of a sudden the track begins to play "Eye of the Tiger" in harpsichord form as Ashlyn is just
Oh,
punching
man.
the sand. Imagine that little kid who's demolishing some guy's sandcastle on the beach. That's what Ashlyn looks like right now, just punching this sand. It is the dragon's turn. She's got a muffin on her face.
Yeah. That is a problem.
Not a good look.
Takes-
Bare naked nomads on her nose.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, she swings her tail around and tries to swipe you off of her face with her tail. So here comes the tail attack. Natural
Nope.
1. You duck, and she actually clips her horn. And you actually use her horn as a way to stop from being hit. That takes her multi-attack out because tail is not on that. Oh boy. Get off of my head! And she's gonna burrow.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Make a strength saving throw, Mulfin, to see if you can. Are you gonna continue to hold on to her horn as she
I'm
burrows?
gonna try to.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a strength save.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Molfin, as she burrows her head down, you lose grip on the horn, and she disappears underneath the ground, and you're standing on the sand, no longer like on her face, grappling her. So she disappears.
Okay,
and you're
does
just
the
there,
Wraith
there.
get to take a swipe at her as she runs away?
Yes, he does. Makes attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Gonna use Finger of Death.
Roll or no? Maybe not roll.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
There it goes.
Natural 1.
No.
Unfortunately, that's not going to do it. As the blue dragon seems to disappear once again under the sand. And that ends her turn. The Wraiths go.
Gonna follow again.
Okay.
So, movement start singing down and just move and dash following after.
Okay, so how much movement speed is that?
So basically it can dash to get 60 feet.
Okay. What can it get at about 35 feet? Does it have to dash to get 35 feet away?
Well, no, it'll get 30 feet, so it'll get to right here.
It doesn't have
which
reach, right?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, so it would probably dash and move 5 more feet and then see her tail.
Oh, okay. And what it will do is it is going to actually then go and move towards, so if it moves a little further than say another like 15, 20, it'll be up by its head.
Okay. So another 15. That'd probably be like mid body.
Oh, okay.
It's a
And
big,
it'll
it's a
just,
big dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll hang there.
And she's just like carving through the sand, almost like it's like almost like someone swimming through water. Like that's how easy it is for this dragon to swim through and burrow through this area. Molfin, did you take any damage at all? I don't think
None.
you've taken any. So the loot elementals, the one's still chilling in banished mode. Lachlan,
Yep.
you're up.
Oh,
So that is 4 rounds it's been gone.
4 rounds?
Oh, well, it'll be, no, it'll be 4 rounds after my turn, sorry. I thought that was a Wraith.
Okay.
So I guess there's sand in the way down that way, right? It's coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere. So I'm gonna go examine where the loot elementals were and see if they've left behind anything that we could use to enhance our situation.
Okay, make
Sure.
an investigation check.
Sure. Enhance our situation. Money.
18.
On par for Lachlan.
There's a ton of gold lying around, Lachlan. Your estimation, just briefly, just because of you guys are rich, so you guys know what big piles of money look like. Probably each one of those air elementals had about 2,500 gold pieces in it.
What?
Guys, we need to get out of here alive.
Okay.
That's the reason. Yep.
End turn.
Okay. Molfin, you're up. It just burrowed underneath you, and you couldn't hold on. The sand was just too much, and you were pushed off, and you're just laying there on the ground in this kind of tussled sand that just lays underneath you.
Okay, let me check something here.
Hey, we've been raided, I think.
Oh.
I haven't seen anything pop up, but maybe.
Oh, Takeshi Strike is
Strike.
back again with
Yeah.
another raid. Thank you so
Hey.
much. We appreciate that, Takeshi Strike. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Huh. Okay, let me
Time to
check
see
something
Molfin get
here.
entombed.
Yeah.
Won't be the first time. Oh, hold on, I gotta look at something.
Probably won't be the last.
Yeah.
Definitely won't be. Let's see. I can't see through the ground. God damn it.
There is a spell for that.
Yeah, there has to
Probably
be.
is, I just don't have it yet.
Oh.
Okay.
See through
So-
the ground.
Yes, Takeshi Strike, everyone is still surviving, including our dragon friend.
Yeah.
Would Molfin have any idea where this thing started burrowing? Would I have a rough idea of which direction it was heading?
Oh, definitely south.
Okay.
South.
So,
Oh. Okay.
Molfin is going to. Actually, I don't think I prepared it. And even if I did, I don't know if I have enough check here.
Wait, how much is?
Point towards. Okay, I don't have to be able to see it to do it.
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta put the drift globe up. I gotta measure and see how far away somebody is.
I can run 105. No, that's not right. 180.
Okay. So.
No. 95.
Yeah, I can get it to Callista. Okay. So, Molfin is going to use an action.
About there.
Oh.
Okay.
Can I cast 2 cantrips in a turn? If one's an action and one's a bonus action.
Yeah.
I know I can do a leveled spell and a cantrip.
Yeah. That'd be.
Okay.
If it's a level spell and a cantrip, then a cantrip is fine.
Okay.
Most cantrips are not bonus actions, so
Yeah.
it's.
So, Molfin is going to
One
cast
more.
Message to Callista.
We have the telepathic bond. You don't need to.
Yeah, you still have
Oh,
telepathic bond.
I
Yeah.
forgot about
Nice.
that one. Okay, I can save that then. So, then
Group chat.
she is moving southward. Why hasn't anyone dug through the dirt yet?
I'm working on it.
Well, she's
So
digging
much
south
dirt.
now. She's taking off again.
Okay.
And then Molfin is going to...
Molfin, how far is your dark vision?
60 feet.
You can barely see. There's a tunnel down there. It looks like a smaller tunnel, but there's a tunnel down there.
Ooh, and there's a tunnel to the south. I'm heading that way. Which is where I was going to end up walking towards
Oh.
anyway. So.
All right. We'll head around and meet you there.
So Molfin is going to walk his movement and then bonus action cast.
Oh yeah, it is like group chat.
Yeah, you guys can
And
all
then
talk to
it's-
each
It's a
other.
group chat, we can
yeah.
Oh,
You just
They're
listened
just
to
having-
Molfin and Callista's conversation.
okay. I guess I'll go south then on my turn too. Thanks. guys.
And as Molfin lands, I'm going to hold an action.
Okay.
For the moment I see any sign of this dragon.
Okay. Excellent. That brings us to Callista.
Good. Shut down at the floor. Are you really going to
Okay.
hide all day, you coward?
The dragon hears.
No.
Mm,
Bang the staff a couple times.
yeah.
Good. Hang on.
I don't have tokens for giant badgers, I don't think.
That's the group of badgers. Yeah.
Badger,
Okay.
badger.
So they're gonna.
Wait, I do!
Oh, you do?
I do! Here,
Okay.
here's
Give it to me!
one, two,
Oh,
Let's see
they're
what they look like.
cute. They're adorable.
three,
We don't need no
four, and I
stinking
think you have
badgers.
control of them, Christy, if you click on
Oh
those
yeah,
tokens.
yeah.
You must
They're
have turned
actually a
into
little
one
bit bigger.
before.
But fine.
One,
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three,
yeah,
four,
yeah.
Yeah,
five,
back
six.
when
We were at that
Seven.
mountain. With
Yeah,
the-
we were at-
Badger.
where we found the
There's
drift
your
globe.
badgers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
And the
cool.
graves.
Yeah, so that drift globe is just sitting on the floor next to you guys, by the way.
Yeah, it's just sitting there chilling.
Oh, okay.
I pasted it in the Discord chat. It's a sparkly, pretty.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
So, you don't
Well,
have to.
I guess the badgers don't need to keep digging.
They can go south.
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell them to start going this way.
Callista leading her army of giant badgers into battle.
Yeah.
Yes.
A badger lady.
And
Yes.
yeah.
Cannon.
Yeah.
So yep, that's movement, action, dash.
Okay. Hecaton, seeing all of you starting to head that way, is also going to do the same thing. Seeing that you guys got something going on here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. He can run to there. He's just kind of looking at this arrow mental, like, what's going on there? I'm so bad.
I don't like glare actions.
Yeah. Oh.
So bad.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no!
Remember that these badgers are, I think, bigger.
The
'Cause they're
bat.
giant.
They. But what's
giant.
it say on the character sheet? I think it might only be medium since they're giant.
Oh, they are only.
Yeah, so
They're giant for a badger.
They're giant for a badger, but still.
Okay.
They're like the size of a
Was I-
person. That's a pretty giant badger.
Yeah.
Was I
Um,
next to Lachlan or Callista when I took my movement on my turn? I think I was next to Lachlan.
You were next to.
You dashed, you ended up
I think
beside
you
Yeah.
made it to
Yeah.
Callista. You passed.
I need for Diana and all the badgers to make
Aw.
Constitution
Oh,
saving
badger.
throws as all of a sudden sand starts to swoop up and make a cloud all around
Oh,
you guys.
no.
Poor badgers.
All the
Okay,
badgers.
what is Constitution? You said.
Constitution save, yes.
13.
Okay. Well, this will be interesting.
13. Let me double check. I think that's going to be a fail, but. Yeah, you are blind, Diana.
Oh, no.
I
right.
thought I was gonna get crushed by sand again.
I guess
1,
go from like the top right hand
2,
corner, like clockwise or something like
3,
that. Fail, fail,
4,
fail, fail,
5,
fail,
6,
fail,
7,
fail, fail.
8. I'll fail.
Oh my
They're
God,
all
they
blind.
all failed.
Every single one of your
Get
badgers.
all the bad rolls out on the badgers.
Yeah.
The badgers are blind, and that brings us to blind Diana.
Blind Diana will wander aimlessly where she last saw Callista, so she will move 30 feet. And, maybe bump into a wall or two along the way. I can get right there. Okay. And then I'll do, it's a con save.
Constitution saving throw, yes.
Constitution saving throw.
You are no longer blind.
Yay!
You get
thank
as you're moving, you
you.
get all the sand out of your eyes, and you're now able to see. Which brings us to Ashlyn.
All right, Ashlyn is going
Diana, I
to
could swear you could have moved farther than that.
move.
Did you
I
dash?
don't know. Last time.
Because you only moved 30 feet. You can still dash. You can use your action to dash.
No,
No? Okay.
Okay.
I don't want.
Okay.
Thank
Gotcha.
you.
I'm gonna move 90 feet this way,
Okay.
95 feet this way,
Sure.
and then I still have 100 feet,
Yes, you do.
so I'm going to
Ridiculous.
no from there.
I'm just watching as Ashlyn's gonna book it
So
like
you
right
basically
past.
get- yeah, right.
Just run past him.
You
all
can
the
see
dogs
that
can see him.
that big mound of sand that you guys like jump down into.
Yeah.
Is where you're at.
Yeah, so I'm gonna end up probably around here, and that's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay. Back to the dragon's turn. Molfin, you don't see anything, but you can hear a rumble and a little bit of a quaking from beneath you.
Did I hear anything in this cave when I entered?
Not
Any
when you
chance?
entered, but you're starting to hear a little bit
Okay.
of rumbling coming from your east.
East.
Mhm.
Guys, she might be down here more.
It's the Wraith's turn.
Run faster.
Okay. Oh. She left his range. He gets to make an opportunity attack, right?
Oh, he does. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
17.
Unfortunately, a 17 does not hit,
Okay.
but it's his turn.
Okay. And
Okay.
dash and follow along after.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is and I'm assuming where you mentioned this little tunnel off.
Yep.
The dirt
Seem-
said in that same
Seems to be
direction.
going in that direction. Yep.
Okay. So that is his full movement. We'll get him to right about there. Is he back in contact with her yet or not?
Not yet.
Okay.
She can burrow pretty fast.
I forgot to pick up the drift globe. Someone might want that.
Sure. Hey, 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Okay. Loot elemental is still
right there.
banished. Brings us to Lachlan again.
All right, I'm gonna try to catch up with everyone running south here. So
Okay.
5,
Oh,
10,
Michael, my elemental was supposed to go on my turn.
Yeah, it's strange. This elemental seems to be like just wandering around aimlessly. Very confused.
60.
Poor buddy.
65, 70.
Doesn't necessarily look hostile towards anybody, but it's just like not really sure what's going on. So that's as far as Lachlan can go.
Yeah, I used my movement, my cutting action, and my action to get that far.
Okay,
I'm spent.
okay, you spent. Okay, so it brings us back to Molfin.
Okay. So Molfin, having a flash of brilliance, as he starts charging over and using his movement, is going to use an action to shift back into the ethereal plane. As my spell lasts for 8 hours without concentration.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. There we
And
go.
then bonus action again,
Fades.
amping another 30 foot forward.
Okay. Did you sink down into the ground?
Just, nope, staying right.
So you just like passing
And,
through the walls and kind of going on the edge of this.
Yeah, just
Okay.
basically cutting corners when I can,
Yeah.
so to speak,
Yeah,
but staying within the actual tunnel itself.
sure. Excellent. Yeah, no problem. Is that everything?
Yep.
All right. Brings us back to Callista and the army of badgers.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna tell them to follow my voice.
Oh,
'cause
blind badger.
They
The
have,
blind
they have
badgers.
they do have advantage on perception checks anyway, so they're okay to probably follow my voice.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd say that's
So
okay.
what-
Yeah, they'd be able to follow your voice and your scent.
Okay. So just gonna use our action to dash, and I get down the hairs. And I think they go behind Lachlan.
Hello, little friends.
One of them bumps into the back of your leg.
Yeah, basically
Well,
like that.
Well, it wouldn't be your
Oh,
leg.
they're
It'd be
bigger than
like,
me.
yeah, they're probably bigger than you. The one like slams into you.
Ah! Watch where you're going.
As it just makes some weird noises at you.
Those are our turns.
King Hecaton. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Where is she? Let me at her. The lair action goes off again. Ashlyn, dexterity saving throw. The ceiling collapses.
Ugh.
Gotcha. Let me see.
As sand and stone begin to fall again.
I have a plus 10.
That's a 12.
I can't believe
Oh,
this.
Oh.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You are buried, blinded,
Okay.
restrained, suffocating.
Okay.
As you're buried under the sand again.
Great.
Diana,
Okay.
we're back to you.
Hello, I dash. Let me just measure out 60 feet.
Okay.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, basically right
Okay,
behind
I'll get
Hecaton.
right up behind Hecaton.
Yep.
Okie. And I'll move, as a bonus action, move my little...
Oh, they need to
Anything
make
with me.
con saves again. Hang on.
I lost
yeah,
it.
make 8 con saves for the badgers to try to break their blindness.
1,
I
2,
lost
Fail,
3,
fail.
4, 5,
Success.
6,
Fail.
7,
Success!
8.
Success! So three of
Okay,
them, three of them can now see.
Okay.
Nice.
Let me. I'm just adding stuff. So I'll be adding.
And then as Diana moves up and moves her spiritual weapon,
Yeah, I lost sight of it and I couldn't grab it.
okay, how you can move
Aw.
at 20 feet? 10, 20? So it'd go
I
to
guess
there.
so.
I think that's all farther you can move it. But you would be down here, so
Okay,
I can grab it for you if you need.
thank you. I just lose it.
Or Ashlyn,
Make a dexterity.
you trying to get
What
out?
is it?
A
Yeah.
strength check.
Strength check. 14.
Ashlyn bursts out of the stone and sand and stands up, gripping, pulling herself out of this mound of sand. You're now out. You would have to spend half of your movement to stand up
Okay.
as you get up.
I'm going to scoff
What's
at
that? What's that? You know, what does that even mean? You know?
And
Movement
run
is like
this
50
way.
feet.
It's like,
And run and use the cube point to dash my 130 feet this way.
okay, so yeah, you can get just inside the tunnel.
Yes.
Well,
I see Molvin.
Actually, your form, the way you're a giant right now,
Oh no, I can't fit.
you're not gonna fit.
Oh no. Okay, I will stand right here.
It looks like a medium-sized creature would be able to fit in there perfectly.
Oh, how do I not be giant?
It lasts for 24 hours, so you can't.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
I
pretty
will
sure if you find a blue dragon and let it bite you in half, you'll fit.
Accurate.
Anything else?
Okay. Enter.
And turn. All right. That brings us to a blue dragon. Okay. Ashlyn, as you're looking forward towards this tunnel, trying to think of a way that you could fit through, you
Yes.
feel a rumble from the floor behind you.
Oh.
As bursting out through the floor is the blue dragon that appears. Right out of the ground. Sand goes flying
Cool.
everywhere. Molfin, I believe you were holding something. Were you still holding something, or did you use your action last turn? Oh, you used it to go
I
ethereal.
used my action to go ethereal, yeah.
You did.
No, not with Molfin attached. Molfin is.
Yeah, I
Molfin's
lost
on
my
the
grip. I'm
ethereal.
ethereal.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is going to unload a full multi-attack against Ashlyn with a bite.
Okay.
Actually,
She's over here.
yeah, a bite and 2 claw attacks. Here comes the bite.
Okay.
19 is gonna miss
Nope.
as you dodge out of the way, catching it. A claw, 29.
Oh yeah, that
19 slashing, and another claw. An 18
will not hit.
misses. She gets super
God
frustrated.
damn.
I will bury you just like I buried your giant friend.
No, you won't. Oh my god.
Oh, she's asking for a beat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ashlyn would rage if she was a barbarian.
Ashlyn takes a level in
She gets a
barbarian.
level,
and
yeah.
all of a sudden mid-level.
She just gets a level of barbarian.
She respects.
It's the Wraith's
I
turn.
might.
I would love to see Ashlyn as multi-class into a barbarian. It would be so hardcore. Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious. I'm gonna consider that.
So once again, it is digging it and following along right behind.
Okay.
Still underground because it doesn't know where it went yet. And ooh,
Take some more damage. Ooh, 7 points of damage.
7.
That Wraith, he's hanging tough.
yeah, you know he's still around, man.
That Wraith
Yeah.
deserves a name.
Ooh.
He needs to be
No,
the.
if I name it, it'll die.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's true.
The loot elementals cannot go. How many more rounds is that guy stuck in banishment?
5 more.
5
It's only
more?
been 5 rounds.
Okay, Lachlan, you're up. And
Alrighty.
you heard that what occurred.
Oh, good.
You
There's
heard it
trouble.
all.
All right.
Now I've got hanging
5,
tough stuck in my head. Thanks.
15,
MG.
20, 25. Oh, no.
Ooh, hanging tough.
If I was
25.
standing up, I'd do the little.
Do you have line of sight?
I'm starting
Yeah.
to see a big shadowy
Yes.
thing
Yep.
down here.
You
have
have line of sight.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, wow.
That's a big dragon right there.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think there's really much I can do besides.
Did you need to dash?
I've used my movement and either my action or my cunning action. Get this
Oh
close.
yeah, so you do have an action left. Yep.
Yeah.
Right up.
Then
Better.
You got a friend in range too.
I
Yeah,
do.
that's-
You do. I mean,
yeah, but I don't want to take the glory from Ashlyn against
do
his
it.
thing.
Do it. It's okay. I will kick her dead corpse.
We
Alrighty.
can flavor it. We can flavor it.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna fire the old oath bow at it then.
Oath
See what
bow.
happens.
You have advantage. And sneak attack.
It's not. It's not advantage yet. I think it's just.
It is advantage because isn't it?
It
every
is
don't
advantage.
you get advantage and anytime it's your sworn enemy?
Yeah, I think
Oh yeah,
so.
you're
Yes.
right. You're right. That is
Yeah,
yes.
So you can make roll another one. That hits.
There we go.
24 hit.
That
Okay.
hits.
Do it!
Damage
And
with
then
sneak
with that
attack.
ally, and it's sworn enemy. Let's see what happens to
And
this
sworn
thing.
enemy.
Ooh.
So there's 25
So good.
plus the 9.
34.
34 points of damage as you
34.
sink an arrow into its back. Turns out and looks at you and
Wow.
snarls.
Don't look at me. Look at her.
It-
End turn.
Come at me!
Perfect. At the end of Lachlan's turn, it's going to go ahead and swing its tail at Ashlyn.
Okay.
A 29.
Oh, that'll hit.
20,
Yep, that'll
22
hit.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Looking rough, guys.
As Ashlyn gets slammed in by its massive tail as it
Yeah.
spins around and is now looking,
Sorry, Ashlyn.
looking towards Lachlan.
It's okay! It's okay! Go.
Molfin is up.
God damn it. So now it's facing away.
Yeah.
Yep, it's facing away. She spun around and is now looking towards Molfin. Licks,
trying.
Sorry, Grant.
Lachlan,
licks over
yeah.
top of her razor sharp teeth.
You hungry?
Static and shock and electricity just zapping off of her. You can see she's got wounds all over her.
Good.
I would not turn your back on that elf.
Okay. So
I just.
that's that literally out of range. I can hit mid-back.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's facing Lachlan. So yeah, Molfin is going to charge forward with his movement.
Why don't you call out to her as a free action and trying to intimidate her into looking at you?
That's
Try it.
why the hell not?
What are you gonna do?
Try
As
it.
Molfin is starting
what
to
you're
run
doing.
forward towards the dragon, I'm going to use my action to come back from the ethereal plane and going out. Excuse me, you blue bitch. We weren't done yet. Trying to see if I can get her head to turn back to look at me.
Taunt her.
Wait patiently, my little one. I'm gonna eat this one first.
And points down towards Lachlan.
It
Doesn't
didn't
No, you're
even
not.
turn. Didn't turn.
Did she turn to look at him?
didn't seem to really turn at all.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
I basically
And then Misty step.
Yeah.
Misty step again, and I'm landing right on her back, right above her tail.
Okay, so you land on her tail with a misty step. Perfect. At the end of Molfin's turn, as he does that, she's going to go ahead and spend 2 of her legendary actions to do what's called a wing attack.
What?
As she starts to
What?
flap her wings.
What?
Everybody within 10 feet of her needs to make a... This is a dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
Wing attack.
I've not been good in. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When it matters.
The
30.
DC is a 24, so Lachlan's gonna fail.
Okay.
Ah!
And
I couldn't hit it
Molfin's
if I tried.
gonna fail. So you guys are going to take 2d6 plus 9.
I will take
9. 2d6 plus 9.
Motivation.
So is that 15? 16?
16.
16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Matthew, did we mind meld? With that previous question I just asked you?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
so.
And Molfin
Okay.
and Lachlan, you
Okay.
guys have been knocked prone. And the dragon can fly up to half its flying speed with this attack. So let me double
How much
check.
damage did we take? It was not 7 plus 9.
16. Yeah.
16. I'm half because of evasion, so.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Mhm. So half her
Take
flying
one.
speed would be 40 feet. She's going to go. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Molfin, Ashlyn, Lachlan. Well, Lachlan, technically you don't, because technically she's just
'Cause I'm
flying over top
prone.
of you. You're prone.
Yeah.
You could make one with disadvantage. Molfin, you could make one with disadvantage. Ashlyn, you could make a regular attack, opportunity attack if you'd like to. She technically left your area. 18, unfortunately, is going
Could
to
I-
miss. You slam into the wall.
Hers is a regular attack.
Oh, hers
she's
is regular.
not-
Never
Hers is a
mind. Yeah,
regular
yours is regular. Yeah, yours does hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Sorry about that, Ashley.
Okay.
Can I use my
Go ahead.
opportunity attack to try to grab onto like one of her spines and just go along for the ride.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. Actually, yeah, athletics check.
15 magical.
15
Ooh.
magical.
And I don't think I can opportunity attack with a ranged
Ooh.
weapon, so
Yeah.
You tried,
Yeah,
buddy.
probably.
You tried.
You tried, but unfortunately, you're just landing in. You landed in the sand, and she flies around, and that is going to end that turn. Callista, you're
Is she
up.
landed or is she flying?
She flew above Lachlan and then came back down and is now facing
Okay, right now.
facing in the direction of Lachlan, Molfin, Ashlyn, and the Wraith.
Okay.
Indigo Chameleon is rated with a party of 18.
Oh my
Hell
god!
yeah! Welcome to the
Hey,
Indigo
stream.
Chameleon, welcome. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you
raid.
so much.
We
That's
are-
Take all
awesome.
our loot.
We are celebrating our 100th episode of Storm King's Thunder here at Proficiency Bonus, and we're so glad that you're here to celebrate with us. Thank you, guys.
So good.
If I were to make a running leap, could I attempt to hit her?
You have, as a giant, you
No,
got
she's not.
reach.
She's just like hovering above the ground. You could just walk right up to her and hit her.
Okay, I thought
Um,
she was like 40 feet above and I'm
No,
25
she went
feet,
like
so...
she did like one of these. She did like a flyover of Lachlan.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's not.
So she's still close to the ground. She
she's
just
close
moved.
to the ground. She's just like hovering
Got-
and looking in that direction.
The rating team is congratulating us on 100 episodes.
Hey, thank
Hey,
you guys.
you.
Thank you guys
Pretty
so
cool.
much.
Thank you.
All right. I'll get on
Go.
this side of her.
Yeah, flanking.
Ooh, we have flanking.
All right. So I'm gonna hit her. 24.
will hit.
Nice.
Slam into the backside of her with your quarterstaff. 11
Plus-
points, plus you got extra
plus-
giant damage added to that.
2d8.
Right. That's D8.
11. Additional 2d8.
And I'm not even gonna add the lightning damage because I know she's immune.
Oh yeah,
so.
you would know that. Yeah.
Mm.
So an
Yeah.
additional 8 points of damage. There's your
Magical.
magical staff crash on the back. You see her take peer over the back of you. Lightning crackles in her eyes as she looks at you with rage and hatred.
Why do you still fight? Only to lose.
Cause we hate you.
King Hecaton's like,
There you are.
and he rushes up with his sword, and she looks over Callista, and you can see like this flash in her eyes, like, oh man, I forgot about him.
Oh shit.
Here comes two great swords. A 19 reflects off of her of her natural armor.
Oh my gosh.
20 I don't think is gonna do it either. Let me double
No.
check. But
No,
no,
I think
it's
she's
not.
22, right?
Yeah, unfortunately the sword is unable to carve through her scales. It seems like King Hecaton in his rage is swinging wildly, and he's not looking for the points where her armor is the
Yeah.
weakest. And he just gets
Yeah.
frustrated. It looks like he's just going into a fit of rage, thinking about how, because of this dragon, his wife is dead and his family is broken. There's a broken king right now.
Maybe he deserves
needs a
the
hug.
killing blow.
Maybe he does.
A lair action goes off, in which
Yeah.
lightning shoots from one side of this room to the other,
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
hitting Callista, Lachlan, Molfin,
Yeah, we're all a
Ashlyn,
straight
and the
line.
Wraith.
Well done, Sam. Well done. We just lined that
blue
up
electric
so
lightning
well.
shoots across the room. Thank you guys so much
Alright.
for the follow. We appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you.
TT2KB, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for joining the family. Dexterity saves all around.
Finally
Lachlan,
saving on the
Hey,
dexterity.
if you're prone, do you have any like disadvantage on
Oh.
dexterity saving
Nope.
throws? Nope.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah, you can just
I
kind of
rolled
roll.
a 6 to 5.
Oh, Molfin's gonna fail. Ashlyn
Good at rolling.
succeeds. Lachlan succeeds.
Yikes.
What about
sorry.
the Wraith, Molfin? The Wraith
Oh.
also needs to make, because I think.
Um,
Oh no, he's under the ground, isn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
hasn't popped up.
So
'cause
he's not
the
in.
dragon came out after.
He's not in it then. Callista's gonna
On the other side of
fail.
Ashland, so.
So you guys take, those of you who failed take 11 points of lightning damage. If you succeeded, you take half, or if you have evasion, you take
None.
none. And it doesn't seem like
Yeah,
Iymrith.
Lachlan. I'm
Iymrith
gonna high
is-
five Lachlan.
Iymrith is not
For
affected by
evasion.
the lightning. It goes through
Yeah.
her and is not a problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
That brings us to Diana.
Come on, Diana. Join the party.
Run
Sorry,
to
had to
the
unmute myself.
dragon.
Had to unmute myself. Okay. I move my thing. The what's it called
You're gonna
again?
move it
Spiritual
20,
weapon.
20 feet closer to you.
There it is. Move it 20 feet closer.
Oh,
10,
hang
on.
15, 20. Oh, I'm sorry, I grabbed
1,
it. There you
2,
go.
3, 4,
That's
5.
where it goes.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me, I'm rolling the blindness for the badgers.
Oh yeah, blind badgers. Those poor blind badgers.
Those poor blind.
And then, oh, awesome! I can see her. She's
1,
literally right in front of me.
2,
Why did I close my
3,
character sheet?
4,
Because I had to move.
5.
So failure, success, failure, success, failure. So 2 more succeed out.
Failure. Okay.
Alrighty.
So 3 and 5.
Failure.
Gosh, what's my range on her? Let me just see if I can run up on.
Okay, so they're also gonna move forward.
My range is 10 feet, right? For reach? What's my reach again?
Yeah,
10
yeah,
feet.
your reach is 10 feet. Yep.
I move 30 feet and I take a swing at Iymrith with my magic mace and I use my free nat 20.
Yeah!
There we go.
Yes, the natural 20 goes off the board. And I need you to go ahead and roll double. That's double your giant mace damage.
Yes.
So
That is
that's
6d6.
6d6. Awesome.
Plus your strength bonus, which I
Plus
think
your
is
strength
7,
bonus, yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay, so 6d6 plus 7
Okay.
as you slam into the side of this hovering dragon.
Roll high.
Nice.
Yay.
29 points. You're not going to expend any...
No, if I do, the weapon's gonna disintegrate. I'm good.
I was going to say on a crit, that damage is doubled.
I know, but I just really don't
Okay,
want
I
to
just,
get
I'm just throwing you a little bit, you know?
Explode your weapon so you don't have it anymore, please.
So
do
as you guys watch, Hecaton's getting
No.
frustrated. Ashlyn and Callista can see Diana just run in and just with she's just screaming at this thing and just slams into the side of it with a huge impact. It seems to shift its weight a little bit in the air as it's hovering. Is that the end of Diana's turn?
Yeah.
All right, Ashlyn, you're up.
I'm gonna move and flank with King Hecaton.
Okay.
I'm just imagining. Do you know that scene in Shaun of the Dead where they just like beat on that one guy, like having a good time,
No.
having a good time. Don't stop me now. I'm just imagining us doing that in my head.
Okay.
No.
Perfect.
But I'm gonna hit it. Oh, that will
21
not
does
hit.
not hit. You slam into the sand next to her.
29
Yeah, that one will hit.
plus 2d8, so 10, so 21 magical.
21
And then I'm
damage.
going to try to punch her to the face for 29.
Critical hit. Yes.
Critical hit.
Remember to double
So-
all those dice.
So how much is that? 48?
48.
So that initial damage was
Yeah.
what, 2d8? So you do an
So
additional
it's-
2d8?
No,
So
but
you
it's
roll-
that's doubled.
Normally
Yeah,
be-
so you'd be 40. You roll an extra
You roll
48.
48.
Roll an extra 4d8.
17 magical.
11.
Nice. You punch her to the face, slams
Yes.
over her face. Just, you can see it kind of come around. You can see she's got, her eye is starting to swell up a little bit. And she looks at you and you can see this
You're
flash
sad
of
to
lightning.
see us go?
It will be you, buried under this lair.
Yeah. Right, bitch. Your turn.
Dang.
She gets,
Right, bitch, your turn.
she
Yeah.
gets all her legendary actions back.
Oh no.
Yep, someone heal me.
Hold on because this may matter. I have to make a
what?
Constitution save.
Okay.
Uh-oh. 12.
How much damage did we take from that?
The lightning was 11.
Oh, that was 11.
You're
yes,
fine.
that's fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's alliterative. Blue bitch. It just rolls off the tongue.
It
Yeah.
really does. It's a literary.
You could call it the big blue bitch, but that might be sizest.
The
Yeah.
dragon.
And as you know, I'm
This-
personally
This
offended
dragon
by the
really
size of
doesn't like
spiders.
Ashlyn right now. Ashlyn's like 20 feet above her.
No.
She looks towards Ashlyn, and you can see just lightning flashing in her eyes and just zapping static
Okay.
electricity all over.
Okay.
I'm tired of fooling around.
Okay.
And you watch as her neck starts to glow blue,
Oh!
and
Oh,
she
no.
just spews lightning breath right point
Okay.
blank in your face, in your direction.
Okay.
I
Oh,
need you
no.
to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Can I give her my DM's inspiration?
Oh, I got 28. I'm okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
28.
That's about as high as I can roll.
Yeah, you're gonna take half damage. Let's see if
I
it
take
allows.
no damage because it's evasion.
It's evasion. You take no damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit! Just like backflips out of the way.
Backflips out of the way. The
my
electricity
God.
just up towards the ceiling and zaps. You can see some of the stones start to break free in the back of the room and fall.
16 D10.
16
Wow.
D10 lightning damage.
That would have been crazy. But
Um,
no, you missed! Haha!
Okay,
Real
so
bad.
she's gonna use her movement to take off and begin to fly.
Because he said bloody blue bitch.
Do we all
Oh,
get
God.
attacks of opportunity against her?
You will. So
Okay.
5, 10.
Okay, then I'm going to use Ice Knife because I'm a Warcaster.
Oh, nice. 80 feet allows her to get to about right there. So I'm going to move her to where she would go, and we'll see how this plays out. Ice Knife is unfortunately going to miss. That 30 is going to hit, Ashlyn, so you can roll your damage. 14 plus something.
Oops, not that. Sorry. Just take the first two. So that'd be 13.
So that's
13 more.
27 total.
Yeah.
27 magical bludgeoning as it zaps into it.
Magical bludgeon.
Technically, Diana, you have an attack of opportunity if you'd like to use it because you have reach.
Lit.
Like
King
if the Badgers
Hecaton.
don't.
King Hecaton does.
Does one of the Badgers?
One of the Badgers
One of the
does.
Badgers does.
That's so stupid. It's not gonna hit.
Just like Reach tries to bite her leg.
Badger
I don't
kills
know
the dragon.
why that
That'd be
was a
great.
dagger.
Yeah, why did that roll a dagger? Go ahead and get
I accidentally clicked dagger, I think.
Yeah.
Anyways, magic mace coming in.
Great sword from King Hecaton is gonna
10.
hit.
Yeah!
King Hecaton hits
Yeah,
for
awesome.
16 points of slashing damage.
Gotta get a magic weapon.
My magic mace was a 27.
Hey, remember, you guys are supposed to trade him something for that throne. Maybe he'd like a magic
Oh,
weapon.
yeah.
Magic mace is
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
hit. Roll your damage. 10 magic
Plus extra.
plus your extra.
Plus extra
Oh, yeah.
giant damage.
How much is it again? 2d6?
2d6?
D6, yeah.
Yeah.
Additional 2d6. An additional 5 points of
5.
damage.
Nice.
She's now as high up in the air as she can be, and she's flying away from you guys. That ends her
Nice.
turn and brings us to the Wraith. She's looking
Okay.
really beat. She's looking
So the Wraith is
sluggish.
gonna-
She looks like she's having a difficult time getting around.
How high is the ceiling?
60 feet.
So we can't reach her. Okay.
Technically, you can
Oh,
in giant
fireball.
form. If you are a giant, you can reach her if you have a weapon that is like you can reach up and smack her.
Okay.
She basically is taking up 30 feet of the top.
Oh,
top.
okay.
Yeah.
So then we have reach
You guys are
weapons,
25 feet tall. You guys can hit her.
Yeah. Nice.
Wraith is gonna dash and get himself out of the pit, but that's all he can do.
Okay, perfect. All right, the elementals are still banished. Lachlan?
All right, half my movement to stand up.
Mhm.
Then I can go another 10 feet to get within sight of the dragon.
Yep.
I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Misty Step. For pure style points, I want to teleport up into the air. It's up to a point I can see in the air where I would fall.
Okay. Sure.
And before I fall, I want to do a sort of like slow-mo Breath of the Wild
Hell yeah!
bomb arrow.
Yes.
A bomb arrow on this thing.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
see how this goes.
Yes. Yes.
With the oath bow.
so many times, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
yeah!
Okay.
Well, you have advantage. Roll again in case you crit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Ah.
so 26
But
will
this is-
hit.
I'll get a sneak attack, and I'll have to remember. I think my bomb
Why
arrows
do you
are-
get
are
sneak
my
attack
exploding
on this?
arrows.
Oh yeah, because you have advantage. Yeah.
Because you have advantage
That's
for
Yeah,
stinking
so,
oath bow in the hands of a rogue.
We got security and sneak attack here, and then I think I have to roll additional like 1d8 for the exploding arrows. So that's additional 3. So I think it's a total
Nice.
of 40. No, 12 plus 34 plus 6 plus 3. Is that right? No, 34 plus 6 plus 3. So it's 43 damage.
Yes, that's
43
crazy.
damage.
And then I fall.
Lachlan, you unleash this arrow. And it goes flying. And then you can almost like see, it's like the cameras on the arrow as it goes wisping by.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
And
Yeah.
as you begin to fall, you watch as her head just turns around just to look over her shoulder, just at that moment, and your arrow strikes true through her eye. You hear as lightning starts to just and crackle all over her form, shooting to the sides of the walls. The stones begin to start to crumble on the sides of this chamber as electricity just starts to zap out of her in all different directions. Blue light just cascading throughout the room, casting these deep shadows upon everything. And then as you guys see this, all of a sudden this whirlwind of sand and dust starts spinning around the room. You have to block your eyes because the sand is just pelting off of all of you. And then you hear it had exactly 43 hit points left.
Yeah.
She is lying in the midst of this room as the dust begins to settle,
And I fall 30 feet.
and you fall 30 feet. So you
Can I
my God,
catch
can we
him?
run to catch him? Yeah.
you may make an attempt. Make a we'll call this an athletics. Well, yeah.
Oops,
acrobatics.
no, I do not catch him.
That
Probably.
makes it even better. It's like, oh, boom.
Can the wraith try to catch him?
Don't you have feather fall?
Lachlan,
Oh, yeah, you
Lachlan,
do have
unfortunately,
featherball.
the wraith tries to come up and catch you, but you slam into the sand before it can get there, and you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
Oh, my
Oh
back.
my god.
But you guys
no.
don't really hit him. You don't hear him hit the ground. You more so hear the dragon hit the ground.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're probably
Molfen
drowned
flying on the
out.
ground and feels the ground shake as Lachlan lands and just sort of cocks his head looking at Lachlan.
Quick, hit her while she's down.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you guys out of initiative order. And I'm
Oh
gonna
my god, you
take
guys,
out
we
the
survived!
Good
battle
job,
music.
MG.
Oh,
Good
jeez.
job, Lachlan.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness gracious.
Go snakes.
Hell yeah, MG. Hell yeah.
Wow.
That sworn enemy, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
That'll do
clutch.
Here
That
we
is
go.
clutch.
Go ahead and put the big red X on it.
Yeah!
Can I go run up to her and like kick her corpse?
Absolutely. You can
Yeah.
kick
Yeah,
it
does
like
she get death
Feeling
saving
wild.
throws?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run up to her and just start spitting on her.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just
Yeah, 'cause
de-spelling my
You
badgers.
you guys
and
are still
sending them
giants
away.
for another 23 hours.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh,
She tall.
Molfin's
I'm
going to
gonna-
maintain concentration on his spell for the next 30 seconds or so to make sure that loot elemental never comes back.
Thank you,
I'm
hey guys!
going
Thank you so much
to-
for the bits. I think Nightingale. We
Oh.
appreciate
I
that.
love you.
yeah.
Does anybody want some healing?
I think you and Ashlyn need it.
Okay.
Molfen, how you sitting? Here.
I'll
Molfen
be
had-
fine in a moment. Just
Take
I'll
some time.
gladly take it, but
I'm
Okay.
fine. Get Ashlyn yourself.
Okay.
I'm going to.
I cast something with us. I don't know what.
Okay, I'm going to ask mentally. Should I give Hecaton my staff, or would it shrink when I shrink?
You do notice Hecaton, as Ashlyn's spitting and kicking the dragon, Hecaton's doing the same.
Okay.
Oh.
Molfen will say back to me, but perhaps we offer her head.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm.
I take a scale from the body and stick it on my necklace that has Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay.
dragon scales on it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, these scales are massive. This is a huge.
Yeah, I got a
dragon.
green one, and I got a blue one now.
As you're doing that, Ashlyn, go to make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception. 27.
27. Beside her, in her what appeared to be like in her hand. When she fell, she dropped something. It looks like some type of, looks like a pearl. But it's
I
laying.
will take this pearl.
And also on that same hand that you're looking, there seems to be a ring on her finger.
And I will take that ring.
It looks like, when you look at it, it's a gold banded ring. On the top of it, it looks like it has a purple brain.
Yay.
I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's like carved like a brain, but it looks like it's carved out of a gem. It's not an actual,
We're like,
it's
wait,
not like,
what?
it's not like an actual brain on the ring, but it looks like,
She's just
it
got
just
a
looks like a
brain on her
Yeah.
finger, like.
But yeah,
Okay,
That's
I'll
what
take
the
them and I
resemblance
will turn them over to Uncle Molfin. I'll be like, here, I found these. Blink, blink. You can identify them and we can sell them and or use them and or probably use them later.
Diana's casting heal on someone.
I cast heal on Ashlyn,
Ooh.
and I will just. I don't want to take a help. I will cast Cure Wounds on myself, and I have Beacon of Hope as well, so it's just like
Okay, that makes
whatever that's supposed to be.
Thank you.
I will also cure wounds, Diana.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so 8. And 2 8s, I think 16. 8, 16. See that.
Molfin's gonna sit down and take a few minutes while his body is healing itself.
Oh, you get more than
cast
10.
Identify
You
on there on these items to see if they're magical or not.
You
Items.
get 15 healing, Diana.
Okay.
Let me pull these up really quick. Actually, I got the first one already pulled up there, Matthew. So, well, as you take your 10 minutes to identify the ring, you find that it is a uncommon magical ring that does require attunement. It's called a Ring of Mind Shielding.
Oh.
And you
You
think
could probably use that.
you think this is the reason that she was able to be in the Storm Giant's court without somebody realizing who she was.
Oh.
So Molfin can use
Smart.
this to live among the Lords of the Lions.
Yeah.
That's a
if
fair
only
point.
enough of that.
Here's the specifics. While wearing this ring, you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your
Oh, no.
or know your creature type.
Take it back
no.
from him! Take it back from him!
Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow
Molfin,
it.
I swear to God.
You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible, or until you remove the ring, or until you die. If you die, now here's the last clause. I need you guys to listen
no.
to this one. If you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it, unless it already houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer can't prevent the telepathic communication from happening.
Wait, so
So
she's in the
Iymrith
ring?
is in the ring?
It's quite possible that she could be.
Oh,
So
no.
we just killed her body. Oh no.
We should bury the ring.
Molfin hasn't said anything yet.
Yeah, Molfin hasn't told you.
Yeah,
That's player knowledge, not character knowledge.
We telepathic
I
bond.
cast Zone of
Right,
Truth.
I have to actually communicate with you. That doesn't mean you
Oh.
can read my mind.
Molfin, can I just remind you that Callista had to have like an intervention with this entire party about lying? Just keep that in mind that you kept that promise to her. I'm just going to remind you
Hey, you
what
remember?
Callista has asked.
You remember those
We are the
4 times that we had all these interventions? That was-
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that
Can
was.
something stick?
I think that was on the agenda the last meeting.
Keep in mind that we are.
Oh, we can give
we
him
are-
flame tongue.
What about Flame Tongue?
We can
Oh,
give Hecaton
okay.
flame tongue.
The one we have in the bag of holding that nobody's using.
Oh,
I have
forgot we
it.
had that.
Oh.
Yeah, forgot
I
we
have
had
it, but
that.
I'm not attuned to it because I can't use it. I just have
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
so yeah,
Molfin, you take the next 10 minutes to cast the Ritual Identify on the Pearl. It is a uncommon, wondrous item that does require attunement by a spellcaster. While this
Damn it.
while this pearl is on your person, you can
Oh,
use
with pearl power.
you can use an action to speak its command word and regain 1 expended spell slot.
Yep.
Wow.
Up to 3rd level, right?
Yeah, it says if the expended
Oh.
slot was of 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level.
3rd level.
Once you use the
Okay.
pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Yeah, Chloe had one of those.
That's nice.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Do you find anything else around here? I'm gonna start digging.
After Molfen finishes identifying those two, he's going to move over to. Well, if Ashland's already moved to that pile,
Yeah.
Molfen's going to move over to the pile to the right then,
Yeah, I'm gonna start.
and just
looking as
start
well.
shifting through it and starting
Okay.
Especially while we have giant
Actually-
pockets.
Can I retroactively say I keep the badgers and get them to start digging up loot?
That's a good idea too.
You can. Yeah. I would say the badgers could probably go around and start collecting all those coins that were scattered across the
Nice.
room.
Cool.
Nice.
There was, well, yeah, there was 2,500 gold coins per elemental.
That didn't get
Badger,
banished.
badger, badger, badger.
No, the one that banished, remember, it left all its coins. They just
Oh,
fell.
Oh yeah.
So that's 10 grand in gold coins right there.
Yep.
Wow.
10
Okay, someone put this in
10,000
the
gold.
bag of holding.
Okay.
Okay.
Ashlyn, you're going up this hill and you notice that this,
Yep.
it looks like somebody tried to bury this area with sand. It looks like, you know, if you imagine like an archway, imagine like just the tip of the archway being like shown where you can see through. So you'd have to kind of dig out the sand
I'm
for a
adding
while to
Okay,
go in
that's
that
fine.
direction as you're
Fine.
digging.
Okay.
The rest of you are moving
I-
around the room digging. Most
Yeah, I'm
most
digging
of
in
what's
that
in this
same corner,
main
so.
room is all just the coins from the elementals.
Okay.
As
What about the
Ashlyn,
southern?
way, you can continue to travel south if you like to. There's some...
No, I just meant for them because I'm already digging.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm still laying here, just kind of staring at the ceiling, like, oh my
Okay.
god.
Yes.
The Wraith is just going to float around and hang out right above Lachlan.
Okay.
Oh god. Make it go. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Don't get any ideas.
So, Ashlyn, eventually you kind of dig yourself enough path where you can get your massive body through from being a giant, and you sort of slide down the other side of the sand. There seems to be some kind of buried ruin on the other side, and in the corner there seems to be a massive pile of gold coins.
More gold in here.
Mhm.
Okay, Molfen will run start following too.
Hey,
Yeah.
does anybody else remember the like low-key, that huge battle?
Oh, and all our friends like dying up on the
Oh yeah, we should probably talk to them after we
One thing you guys do
leave.
notice is you're taking this time to calm down. You don't hear the rumbles of thunder anymore.
How far up is it again? Because we jumped down, right?
You jump down. Yeah, it was
How far up?
from the floor to the where that hole was is 60 feet.
Oh no.
Oh.
Can we jump with as a giant to get up 60 feet?
You could jump and try to like, grab onto the ledge and pull yourself up. Yeah.
I think that's what Calista. She tells them to deal with the loot situation. She'll leave the bag of holding with Diana.
Oh, okay.
And
wow,
she'll-
responsibility.
Yeah, she gives you responsibility. Please take care of them. Don't let them be too crazy. And I'm gonna climb up
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So Calista, you
actually gonna
start.
and
start
leave the
climbing the wall.
badgers down to help them gather the coins and
Callista,
whatever.
message us what you think. I mean, what is
Yeah,
happening.
I'll let you know.
All
I'll give
she
you an
has to
update.
do
Give me a
is
second.
think.
as,
Climbing the walls,
as you guys hear
catch up
Molfen in
with
your
spider webs.
mind, all she has to do is
Right.
think.
Oh. I could have thought that to her.
You could have. Ashlyn, so you see probably what is the equivalent when you're looking, just scanning over. I mean, you guys are used to lots of money, so probably the equivalent of an.
You guys are used to
You
lots
guys-
of money.
the equivalent of a pile of what looks to be like 20,000 gold pieces
Okay.
in this corner.
20,000 here.
Okay, adding it.
Is there anything else in this room as I'm following her around?
my
Make an
God,
investigation
you
check.
guys.
Can I also make an
Okay.
investigation check?
Sure. Yeah, you guys can all make investigation checks in this room.
Okay.
Can I give
Guys,
him help
this
or
is
something?
Yeah, you can help. Yeah.
for,
Okay,
the,
so
for the stream's
Molfen,
reference.
Molfen, you.
We have 58,000 gold currently.
Wow.
That's a
You
27.
didn't need my help. Yeah.
Build a castle soon.
Molfen, you're kind of milling around, and you're like, oh, man, look at this. This dragon's been around for thousands, perhaps years. She's got to have more than this.
You should
And
put on detect magic.
You're
or
digging around.
something
All
instead.
of a sudden, you think, wait a minute. She's a burrower. Huh.
You have a
You
bunch
start-
of badgers.
Then you start standing there and you look down beneath you, and beneath where that ruin is, where the gold is, and you start to put two and two together. You think perhaps she buries her treasure.
Oh, a pirate.
Yarr!
Okay. So
We're gonna be so disgustingly rich.
Yeah. That's cool.
Wolf
I
is
want
gonna
like
take
something. Eventually.
12 seconds.
Diana Ilmater all of a sudden chimes in, don't get too greedy.
I know. I know.
Oh.
I was literally about to put in the chat. Diana's about to become like the very thing she hates, which is a rich person.
Oh no.
My little communist baby.
Molfin's gonna spend 12 seconds
Mhm.
and summon 2 more wraiths. Because I can summon up to 3 of them.
What?
And literally have them start digging down through this, just literally like 2-handed shoveling
Yeah,
treasure out trying to get
That's
down.
all.
I pulled the
Seems easy.
I pulled the badgers. to do the same.
The badgers and the wraiths are starting to dig down. As they take their time, they're digging. Callista, you pull yourself up, and you can see that the clouds have all started to break apart, and they're rapidly starting to move across the sky, allowing natural light to start to seep through onto the battlefield for the first time. You can see all around you, you can actually see that the battle is starting to dissipate and disperse. You can see, probably looks like maybe a half a mile off in this cascade, because you kind of came at night, right? So it's cascading moonlight right now. You can see in the moonlight what looks to be maybe a couple dozen they look like little bats flying away, but you recognize them as gargoyles, flying in like a southwestern direction. And there is a dragon flying with them, but you can only see a silhouette of it in the moonlight. And about few 100 feet behind is a massive silhouette of another dragon following them, but its left wing is hobbled.
Damn it!
And it's found out that its new massive size, it's able to still sustain itself with one wing and fly. And it looks exactly like Clarion giving chase to what seems like another dragon with like 20 gargoyles that seem to be left over from the fight. And at that point, something slams down next to you. And you look up. Well, actually, you look to your side because you're still a giant. And it's Harshnag. And he falls to one knee. He looks like he's battered and scratched and bleeding. And he slams
him.
something down in front of you to your feet. And it rolls across. And it is a head of a blue dragon. And it rolls at your feet.
Good for him.
And he looks at you and he's like, wipes some blood from his face. And he's like, I got one.
New helmet.
And then he starts
Yeah!
to like stumble towards you a little bit. He looks exhausted and beat.
I'm gonna hold him.
I needed a new
Well
helmet.
Done.
Yeah.
When did
That's my hashtag.
when did the two arrive? When did the children arrive?
Just right after you went down, they came out of the clouds.
Where's my dad?
I haven't seen him. I was busy being, well, let's just say I got a ride.
I'm just gonna.
He looks like he's
quickly-
barely able to speak. Like he's just running on pure adrenaline right now.
Oh.
Okay. Cure wounds, 3rd level. Go. And I'm going to stand up and start calling for my dad and look around.
Hey, you look around, you're starting to call. You're calling out. Eventually you're, I'm over here. I'm okay.
God
I'm here.
damn it!
I'm here. I'm here. And you can see him. He comes behind some rubble that seems to be crushed through the amphitheater. There's rubble everywhere. This place looks terrible. It looks ripped to shreds. But Ryled, you can see him. He walks out. He looks like he's got some scratches and things on him, but he does not look like he's in as bad a shape as Harshnag is. As he comes out, he's like, that's Molfen. He doesn't know what power. Well, he probably does, but in the hands of me, I'll
stop. And I just put my hand on his mouth and make him heal.
You heal him, and as you're healing him, he just embraces you in a big hug.
Aww.
And then he just, oh, my daughter, thank you. Thank you. You have brought so much joy to my life.
I'm so glad you're okay.
We need to see about the others. We've all got split apart. It was just chaos.
I keep looking back over my shoulder towards where Clarion's going, and she's just like,
Yeah, he looks like he's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and he is giving chase to all this other crew.
Sending stone?
well, she's done. So I'm going to telepathically relay the message of what's going on around here, that Harshnag and my dad are okay. Clarion's giving chase to another child. Harshnag killed one of the children. It looks
How's
like
Galvin?
I'm gonna go look for them now.
Okay.
Okay, so Callista's giant form begins to start going through the rubble and going through the battlefield. I mean, this place is pretty big. I mean, you are a giant, but it's a pretty big area to
I'm
cover.
basically
So-
like just calling out, telling people to come to my voice
Okay,
if they
excellent.
can hear me.
You okay, Zos?
Yeah, my cat bit me when I was petting him.
Oh,
no.
Those cats. Mine climbed up on me before stream. I don't. You probably can't see it on stream, but she climbed up on the table right here and then lost her balance and decided to use me as a handhold.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Just dug her claws right into my arm and just slid right off.
Oh.
That sounds
That
painful.
It was
That
terrible.
one hurt.
That was out of character. by the
I'm
way.
going to use, because we've been traveling with him, so I'm going to use the sending stone to message Clarion. What do you think you're doing? Get your ass back here right now.
Scary.
A moment passes and you can hear,
I've got them on their heels. Did you see how big I am?
God damn it! All these men just like having major testosterone right now.
I can't.
Yeah.
And you just hear,
I cannot waste this. This one's going down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
and he looks like he's just taking, he doesn't even flinch. He's just still flying in that direction, just giving chase. At that time, Molfen, you guys are receiving word up there, but eventually the badgers start running into something as they're digging. And the wraiths start to unearth some things. And as they push the sand aside, about 6 feet under the sand, as they're digging, they start to unearth some sarcophagi,
Ooh.
What?
Like coffins?
coffins. And as they keep
Let's just
digging, eventually you guys notice there are 6 of them here, buried
Ooh.
underneath this little half of a ruined wall.
Wolfen just sort of goes,
No.
Open.
Please check for traps. I'm not there.
Oh yeah.
Wolfen just
Exactly.
Traps.
Traps!
Traps.
maybe I should have checked this thing for traps before I ripped it
God
open.
damn it.
Too late.
All these men just
So you're
Act
opening
roll.
up the first of the sarcophagi?
Yep, first one I get to.
Okay, let me pull this up real quick.
As he's doing that, can I be checking mine? I'll go up to one and I'll check mine for traps as he's.
Okay, make an
Rushing into
investigation check
him.
on the second one there, Diana.
Okay.
Lachlan, are you doing
Okay.
anything?
I've been climbing up to catch up with Callista.
Oh, you're
actually.
catching up with Callista. Excellent, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The first sarcophagus, as you open it up, first of all, these look ancient, Molfen. There's some interesting looking carvings on all of these.
I was just
Do I
gonna
recognize it?
Make a history check.
It's written no mission.
Let's see, history.
Diana, they don't appear to be trapped. Or the second one doesn't appear to be trapped.
21.
Sounds like a hurricane.
Yeah, there's a hurricane going
Yeah.
on somewhere.
Zoth.
Zoss is stuck in an air
Sorry,
elemental
Zoss.
with coins. These are what look to be sarcophagi from what you would perceive as dead Netherese priests.
Netherese? Can you
Yeah,
spell that?
Dead priests.
Dead priest. Netherese was basically before the North. There was my mouse just disappeared off my computer.
Oh no.
There it is. Here, I got it in the chat. There it is in chat.
Netherese.
Basically,
Netherrealms. Hell.
if you kind of imagine like the way cultures and societies work, like basically it's like us unearthing something that's like us in United States unearthing something that's Native American,
Okay.
like the people that
Okay.
came before. That's what these came from.
I will pick Molphin up and I'll be like, you are not desecrating these things.
They look
I'm
like
gonna hold on to the lid.
they look like they've been opened.
No.
Like
It's archaeology.
it seems like if they were really ancient,
Yeah,
they would
it's
probably be kind of
grave
sealed
robbing.
with, you know, thick clay or dirt or sand and stuff like that. But it looks
Fine.
like somebody has already opened these.
Archaeology is grave robbing, but for education.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is Zoss close enough that I can smack her?
She's at the coffin next to you, so absolutely.
I did an investigation
Reach
check
over
to
and
see
smack
if
Oh yeah, it was
you know
it
what?
was
I'm
not
a
trapped.
giant, so
It's not trapped.
It felt like a mosquito bite.
Yeah.
Molphin, the first sarcophagus, as you open it, seems to have some items lying on a bed of gold pieces inside.
This all probably
There
cursed.
look like a set of boots that have these interesting wings on the sides of them.
Oh, I want them.
There is a magic wand that seems to
No.
have different colors that seem to be running up the sides of it. And there is what looks to be a small gemstone.
Okay. Well, we'll just sort of set that into his pouch to identify later, and then
Wing boots, small gemstone, and what's the other one?
colorful magic wand that has like
Mag-
colors running up it.
I want that.
Rainbow wand. Okay,
And then
sorry. I'm
Molphin
just...
will sort of bounce around and then move to the third one.
Okay, Diana, are you opening up the second sarcophagus?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
You open it, and this one, you also see that there is a bed of gold coins on the bottom.
Hello.
And there are also 3 items on top of this.
Okay.
There are what look to be some golden decorative bracers lying on the top. There are also
Okay.
there's another magic wand that looks like it's kind of icy blue and has really like jagged edges towards the tip.
Nice.
And there is also a ring. Let me see if there's an image of it so I can describe it a little bit better.
Ooh.
There might not be though. Perhaps.
Oh dang! How did half of this go already?
There's a ring. It's almost like a bronze-looking ring. And as you look at it, there's carved in. It looks like many stylistic versions of different animals carved into it all around.
Ooh.
Hmm. I want to take that and keep it for.
Oh.
Okay.
Aw.
Nice.
Aw.
Ashlyn, what are you doing? You staying with the loot too?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
open one.
you open one?
Because Uncle Molphin and Diana already opened one, so why not?
Okay, yeah, these are really easy to open. They've already been opened, and with your giant state and the strength that you guys have right now, you're easily able to open them. Molphin, as you open the third one, this thing is filled to the brim with platinum pieces.
Wow.
Ashlyn, as you open up the next one, you
Mhm.
notice it has a bed of mixed platinum and gold in it.
Mhm.
And it also has what looks to be a brilliantly designed and carved mace lying on the
Yeah, I
bed
know
of gold.
someone.
And there is also a orb that looks to be made of glass resting on the bed of gold. It looks like
Okay.
a crystal ball.
Crystal ball.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Uncle Muffin, you're never gonna sleep tonight. You'll be identifying so many objects.
We'll just gonna sort of nod and then look over at Diana and see if she's taking the next one.
Yeah, just to speed things up a little bit, I'll go ahead and just, because none of them are trapped and they appear to be opened. So the next one, another filled to the brim with platinum.
Nice.
And then
So we'll leave that. We've already got two
And then-
comments in there about platinum. So
yeah, and the final was, as you open up the final one, there is a bed of platinum and gold mixed together. On the top, there is a small wooden box. And as you open the box,
open the box.
as you
There are
open the
cards
box,
inside.
there is what looks to be seamlessly a simple gold ring, simple gold band.
Okay.
It ain't.
Molfin's gonna close the box
Okay.
and just set it aside for like put it in his pocket to identify, but doesn't want to touch it as of yet.
Okay. Perfect.
Fair enough.
It's in a
Your
pocket, in a
Here,
box.
your estimation total. Now, this is counting the 10 that was in the pile, 10,000 gold pieces, and the gold
Okay.
that was in the elementals. So this is counting
Okay.
those. 42,000 gold pieces. 29,000 platinum.
Oh my god.
You could build a city.
We're building.
And I believe that means that the platinum is is equal to 290,000 gold pieces, I believe.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Diana's having a breakdown in the back. Like, we can't keep this. We can't keep this.
Feed so many poor people.
Feed
Yep.
so many poor people.
Hold on. I didn't put mine in there. It was a brilliantly carbonated.
I believe we should split this. How many of us are there? 5, 6 ways. Some of it goes to charity. Charities across the world.
Well,
I've
Scythian
updated-
Nightingale says
I've-
donate 5% so Diana feels better.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Look at this.
We need to
we split it
tie.
5 ways, and you can
This is
donate
the
to
total
others.
we have in our bags.
and that includes.
Oh my
what-
god.
That is
that includes his stuff.
depraved. Yeah, 4K.
This is depraved.
God.
This is heathenistic. Hedonistic. I don't know. Diana's having a time.
Well, then Diana can donate hers. Molfin wants his 5th.
How much?
Yeah.
Somebody asked, how much is that all weigh? Yeah, they will probably need several caravans to get this to where it's going.
Well, we're giants. We got giant pockets right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ew.
Does the bag of holding
And-
become giant?
Yeah.
Callista
bag
and
of
Lachlan. Lachlan, you join Callista as you hear her shouting up top. You can see Harshnag is just kind of resting off to the side in front of a head of a blue dragon. As you guys look over, it's kind of like the amphitheater has these rows of seats that kind of climb up. Imagine, like when you go to an amphitheater, how the seats, and you go to a movie theater and the seats go up towards the back. Well, this amphitheater has that same thing, and you can see that the other half of the blue dragon's body is just like draped over the back of one of these
Ooh.
amphitheaters.
Ooh,
Nasty.
nice
And
kill.
the headless part is on the other side opposite, so you guys just seeing like the back end of it as you guys are walking around. All the trebuchets and like other equipment that they were using to fire into the air, crushed. Just wooden splinters lying everywhere.
Nice
You
work.
just see corpses of gargoyles, pieces of stone, just everywhere all around. Then you hear, this way, over here, over here. And you can see all of a sudden, what's his name? It wasn't Brantley, was it Brantley?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's Brantley, sometimes it's Blakely. but
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same
Is it
guy.
Blakely or Brantley? I can't remember.
It's Brantley.
It's Brantley?
It's Brantley.
Depends on which,
Often by
whether
his
you're using
middle name.
common from the south or common
Oh,
from
yeah, that's right.
you know.
So,
Yeah.
Brantley, you can see him. He's dragging somebody behind him. And it's
I'm
hard to
gonna
see at
rush
first in
over.
the moonlight. And he's like, oh, we're over here.
Same
It looks like
there.
he's got a wound on his forehead. It's kind of bleeding down, running off his face. And as you get closer, you can see he's dragging the body of Brock Blackfeather
Oh no!
from behind.
Is he alive?
He's cold. He's cold. I
Bring
don't.
him to me. Bring him
The,
to
j-
me.
the dragons, they came out of the sky. They surprised
Cure
us.
wounds? I'm gonna cure wounds. I don't know.
Okay. You
Bring
cast Cure
him
Wounds.
to me.
Yeah.
So Callista takes her hand and puts it on there. Fortunately, Callista, you feel nothing but cold.
Damn it, Brock!
Oh.
Oh no, Brock died.
To me.
We know nothing. We're looting.
Diana! And mentally, you hear, Diana, we need you up here. Quickly.
Okay. I throw the bag of holding to Ashlyn, and I run to go be where I'm needed.
Okay, Ashlyn.
Okay.
Ashlyn grabs the bag of holding, and Diana charges forward, making her way, jumping up, pulling herself up, and making her way over towards Callista and Lachlan, who are there, surrounding with Brantley in the corner of this amphitheater. And you can see that
Okay.
Blackfeather is laying there. He looks dead.
Has he been dead for more than 1 minute?
Yes.
Does he look like he's been dead for more than 1 minute?
Callista would
Probably.
explain to you that she tried to heal him and nothing happened.
Brock!
I can attempt to help him tomorrow, but I'm tapped today.
Same. I have Revivify prepped, but I prepped that in the instance that I figured if any of us went down, I would be right there next to us.
Help! Help! Can somebody help me?
And he's
Can
already
you hear?
dead.
Can you hear me?
Wait.
Help!
I go to the voice.
Help me!
You guys move to the voice. There's this massive stone, but it appears like underneath it or around it, somebody's calling for help.
I try to lift it.
Okay. Make a, we'll call this, make an athletics check
Doesn't
with your
work either.
giant form.
I'm just gonna use my advantage because I haven't used it today.
Okay. Using with advantage. Easily.
30.
You take it with 2 fingers and just pick up the stone. And
Get
you
down.
reveal, Jolin Orange Peel.
Orange peel
Orange
survived?
He lived!
You-
I just
Thank
reach
God.
down and pick him up.
Thank the gods. Oh my goodness. Oh,
I was sure you'd die. Wow, good job.
I think I got lucky. That rock kind of shielded me.
Get to Diana if you need healing. I need to find the others. Did you see anyone else fall around? Can you point me in a direction?
But the dragon, it came down in a sweeping motion. I readied my bow and I readied my arrow to try to fire and
Hey, orange peel. That's not what I asked.
Well,
That's not what I
Well, Sarvin, he came out of nowhere and pushed me out of the way, and then the stones
Where's
came crumbling
Sarvin?
down.
Where's Sarvin?
I haven't seen him.
I'm just gonna start looking around and calling for Sarvin and telling
there
Orange
too.
Peel to get to Diana.
Okay, you guys are running around. You guys are going in chaos. Eventually, it leads you to what looks to be this line of what looks to be like blackened earth on the ground. And it looks like something hit this and like tore a path into this line. And at the end of it, you can see that there's something lying in the midst of the line. And it looks like it's been blackened as well, as there's a line that shoots through.
I rushed to him.
Yeah, I'm running up there too.
You rush to see a darkened, skin-toned form of Sarvin lying in the midst of what looks to be the torrent of electrical energy that was zapped down from a dragon.
Do I
Is
even
there-
need a medicine check to see that he's done?
Is he breathing?
He is beyond gone.
Aww.
I'm just gonna scoop him up and bring him to lay beside Brock.
As you scoop him up, some arrows kind of fall out of his quiver. And then around one of the arrows is a piece of parchment that lands on the ground and kind of unravels just the slightest bit.
I'll pick it up.
You pick up the parchment and unroll it. There's a letter on it. But I gotta open the letter to read it to you. Here it is. Slow Microsoft Word. Anticipation building. Here, let me get it off a Twitch stream so they don't have to. Oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna read it to you. I'm sorry that a little slow here. Lachlan, you're holding it?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Sorry,
kind of standing down, looking at Lachlan, waiting for him to read it.
I apologize.
I'll be reading it out
computer
loud.
is bogging and not letting me like.
You can just think it.
I'll be reading it out loud in Michael's voice.
Could just think
I
it.
had it prepared
That's
for a
true, too.
reason.
Well, I'm thinking it while I'm
Here we go,
reading.
Here we go. Here we
Okay.
go. Now it's letting me. Oh no! What are you doing? Stop! Now it's like overcorrecting. Come on, stop that. Okay. It's written in common, and it's written in his handwriting. And Lachlan, as you open it up, it says, "To my kindred,
That's us.
If you are reading this, then it must be true. I have passed on to grand adventures upon the next life. Please do not fret, my friends. For it is a joyous day, where I hope to be reunited with the family I'd lost years ago in Fireshire.
That's right.
Oh, what a great day it will be to see my ma and pa again. For so long I have yearned to see them once again. I look forward to telling them all of the stories of a life well lived as the king of the Frozen Far. With all my heart. Thank you, my friends, for allowing me to adventure with you. I know we didn't always see eye to eye, and sometimes I don't feel as if you believed a word I said. But when I was with you, I always felt like part of the family. I always felt as if I was accepted and loved as one of your own. It felt like, well, it felt like home. Spent so many years wandering the north, searching for this feeling, and it wasn't until I ran into all of you that I realized what it was like to feel that way once again. I will miss all of you very much. And I will make sure to tell my parents all about you and your great accolades. I can't wait to tell them about how my kindred came together to save the world from a terrible dragon. I don't have much to leave behind, but as king, I do have the great honor of bestowing upon you grand titles that will echo into eternity. Please hold them dear to your heart and carry their burdens with chin held high and a spark of confidence in your eyes. First, I bestow upon Ashlyn the title of Arbiter of the Polar Seas. For your innate ability to judge good and evil, and your desire to bring about peace in the world. Secondly, to Molfen, I bestow the title of Inquisitor of the Aurora Lights.
That's cool.
For your endless knowledge and ever-increasing arcane power. To Diana the Divine, I bestow the title Divine Speaker of the Burg. For your ability to reach into the realms of the gods to gain favor and almighty blessings. To Callista, I bestow the title of Matron of the Ice Peaks. Let's just face it, everybody needs a mother. For the leadership that you show, and the unyielding, fierce heart that you contain. Finally, Lachlan the Legendary. I have no children and no heir to my throne. Therefore, I pass on to you the title that I have kept safe over these many years. King of the Frozen Far is now yours to bear. Keep it well, and lead on, my great king. Please do not mourn, my friends. Rather, celebrate, for a great king has lived a great life, and it was immensely greater with all of you in it. Now it's on to the next great adventure. Wherever your path leads, you, my kindred, know that you have my friendship and my eternal blessing. Until we meet again. Sarvin, the first king of the Frozen Far.
Well done.
Farewell, my captain, my king.
Yep.
Can you put that letter in Discord?
I can.
so we
Yeah,
can
I
see?
actually
So we
I
can-
saved it as an image too, and I put it on like parchment.
So we can
you'll
cry
be able
over
to-
it later.
I'll send it over
Mhm.
once my computer
Yeah.
stops being
Yeah.
laggy.
You guys see, like, you can't see Lachlan's face right now.
Okay.
Did you think that out to everyone?
The whole letter. Oh yeah.
You thought it out to everyone, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, close to.
Molfin's just sitting on the side of one of the sarcophagus.
I'm sitting on the other side.
Jolin is like crying, like just pouring tears, like sitting next to Sarvin. Like he's just inconsolable right now.
I'm gonna lean down and give Sarvin a gentle kiss on his forehead, and then start druid crafting his body the way I normally would,
Yeah.
and start blooming forget-me-nots as the vines wrap around him.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you can do so easily as you guys start hearing shouts from across the way. Oh, there they are! There they are! They've made it! And you can see Crow and Valharo, along with Galvin.
Oh, good girl. Oh, thank
Hey,
God.
Gramps, Crowan's still around.
Following
Molfin's
Crowan
gonna
seems to be a
start-
mastiff that looks kind of wounded a little bit. As Crowan approaches you guys, you can see that there's several patches of his cloak and robes are missing. And he's holding that staff that has that flame kind of on top of it. Galvin looks great. Like he
Good.
doesn't look like he might have taken like a couple scratches,
Oh,
but
good.
he's looking okay. Crowan seems to be showing some damage and rips and tears in his clothing and a little bit of, some raspberries and blood stains and things like that, but doesn't look too bad as he approaches you guys.
Kill him, Gramps.
Molfin's gonna look at Ash and should we go up?
Yeah, I think we have everything we need here.
Okay.
And I will too.
So you guys head up and catch up with
Damn.
everybody. By the time you guys get up there, Crow and Valharo is just like sitting on a stone, and he's just got his staff rested there. He's just leaning over, petting this mastiff that's just like sitting whimpering next to him. Galvin, as soon as Galvin
Yes.
sees Ashlyn, like he goes to run up to Ashlyn and realize Ashlyn is like 25 feet tall. And just like, and it just
When you're
wraps his
very
arms
tall,
like
yeah.
halfway around her ankle.
Oh,
I'm so glad that you're okay.
glad you're okay too.
The dragons,
Mol-
they jumped
Molfin's
us.
gonna walk over as he's doing this. Don't worry, she's absolutely fine. And just reach over and give him a little pat on the back and cast enlarge on Galvin.
Oh, Galvin.
Oh,
And Large just doubles his size, right?
Won't get him all the way there, but
So,
it'll
like a gnome
yeah,
for
he's like
now.
a gnome now. Yeah, he's like a gnome height. Is he's up to your waist and just kind of giving you a hug.
I kind of hug him. Yeah.
You guys are all sharing this embrace, and
Yeah.
Crowan looks exhausted. Harshnag is like barely able to stand. Like he just.
Y'all
looks,
go over to Harshnag and give him a
Dang it.
shoulder.
Ashlyn, you did it.
We killed her dead. Lachlan did it, but yeah, she's gone.
It was a team effort.
That's
It was a
great.
team effort.
That is so great. I got a new helmet. And he points down
Looks
to the,
like you
the
did.
blue dragon head just laying there still bleeding out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It'll look good on you.
Man, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
As you guys are looking around, the only other person that seems to be missing is Gimbal.
I'm
And-
gonna start looking for him.
With all the calling, with all the looking, you spend 30 minutes looking. Eventually, you do find a little clockwork owl. It's just like fluttering around aimlessly.
Looks like searching for something.
I'm gonna try and follow it.
Okay.
Where's Hecaton?
There's no like rhyme or reason to where it's going. It's just like flying around everywhere. Hecaton eventually climbed up with you, and he's like standing up there,
Okay.
kind of regroup a little bit.
Could I cast
Um,
locate object on something that I would see Gimbal wearing?
Sure.
Like his copter.
Yeah, he had like a little helicopter that he flew in on. That was
yeah,
like a little
yeah.
bird. Yeah, you can cast locate object on it.
Yeah, I'll start looking for that.
Okay, what's the range of locate object?
I think it's 1,000 feet if I remember her trying to chase Molfen down.
Yeah, 1,000 feet.
Okay, you
Double check.
don't get any ping at all from that spell.
Maybe he got away.
Yeah.
Maybe he got swallowed.
Wouldn't it come up in the belly?
Not if it's
Not
the
if,
one that ran
not
away.
if it's the one that ran away.
Mm.
While Callista's searching, though, Molfen's going to take 10 minutes and identify that ring in the gold ring that was in the box.
Okay.
The One Ring.
Molfen, as you go to pull it out of the box, immediately upon touching it, you can feel that it's warm.
Oh.
Ring of Worms.
One ring to rule them all. One ring
Yeah.
to
Molfen, as you finish your spell, you have found a legendary ring that requires attunement. This is a ring of fire elemental command.
Ooh, we have someone that can do
Ooh.
that.
This ring is actually linked to the elemental plane of fire.
Oh, Great.
There's a lot here. I don't want to like read it all.
That's
okay.
You said fire elemental command?
Fire
Yep.
elemental command.
Okay, I'll search it.
We have a giant fire elemental.
You do.
Oh!
Holy shit.
You can cast Dominate Monster on a fire elemental.
Oh wow.
Like, would that work on the Dawn type?
most
Guys, Wolfen's
powerful-
casting identify. Looking at that, looks up to see if he can see Callista anywhere. Looks back down at the ring. Again, looks up for Callista, and then closes it.
I'm gonna kill you.
Won't
Spoilers
be the
for
first
next
time.
campaign
Yeah.
for a rebrand. Spoilers. I'm gonna kill you.
Molfen will set that aside and just with a note to offer it to Callista because he has no interest in it.
Oh, he has no
I'm gonna-
interest in it.
I'm gonna go check on Hecaton.
Okay. Hecaton is standing around looking as you walk up to him. He's like, "You fought well.
As did you.
Well,
She's done.
it is. I must say that I thought enacting revenge would make me feel a little bit better. But he kind of looks around the battlefield, seeing some of the bodies laying around. Guess I just don't feel that much better. But I must say that I do feel like I gained a new trust this day.
Me too.
I was wrong. I was wrong about all of you for so long. I just thought small folk were trying to push us out. But now that I see this, I know that perhaps us giants and small folk can work together to stop evil that would corrupt this great world in which we live in. My wife was always right. She was always right.
He seems to just like look off into the moonlight for a little while. You can see almost like a trickle of a tear come down his cheek.
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
He seems to like, he sees your hand and kind of pats it a couple times.
Yeah.
Continues to look off, and you can see Brantley walk up. Lachlan, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do about Brock?
Well, it seems like he's a
I will
goner.
resurrect him.
Tomorrow.
Can you bring him back?
We can try tomorrow.
Callista and I will perform a ritual and we will try our hardest to resurrect him, but if he does not want to return.
Brock's gonna want to return. You know Brock.
I assume
Let's
so.
hope.
As long as we offer him enough platinum, I think he's gonna come back.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the seven snakes. I mean,
We're the snakes. He
the
owes
snakes,
us.
and we got each other's back.
Got
I mean,
work to do. Yeah.
He can't die. He owes me money.
Question. Who had my swan again?
The Rock.
I think Brock did. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, he would have it. Yeah.
Okay,
Honest
so
person.
I will collect that for now because we're probably gonna need it to get somewhere.
Yeah. Brantley, good job staying alive. You might be up for a promotion.
to be honest, I think I got lucky. Man, I tell you what.
Luck is good.
He points down to the wrapped up corpse of Sarvin. That one right there, I will never doubt again. That was some of the best archery I've ever seen in my whole life. And I know he would want you to have those arrows of his, because what he was doing, I don't even know how he was able to do some of those things.
I learned the same lesson about him. I'm
We
gonna
all
go
did.
check out what these arrows are that he's talking about.
I mean, as you start going through this quiver, there's an assortment of all different kinds of arrows in here.
That
Nice.
son of a gun. He was hiding good arrows.
he has, you can see he never used your poison arrow. It's still in the quiver. But he has got all these other arrows.
Excuse me?
He's got some that have these like little like wrappings like on the top of them. They almost look like they like would explode into something else.
Cool.
He's got
Like
some
Merv arrows.
He's got some that like as they go they turn blue and they look cold at the tip, covered in frost.
He was holding out on me.
It looks like he has all
Make his
these
corpse a little-
different kinds of arrows like in his quiver.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, these pass on to the second king, so I will.
Yeah.
I will dutifully collect these.
I will get you information on all those arrows
Sure.
when my computer's not being like it is right now.
I figure Molfin's going to identify everything over the course of the evening.
Okay,
It's nothing we need to do right now.
sure. We're gonna go ahead since Zos, you got to work tonight, correct?
I do.
Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap up tonight's episode 100, and I will get you
Emotionally draining.
emotionally
Yeah.
draining.
Uh,
As you guys are taking a break and Molfin is doing this, Callista,
Yes.
you hear a voice in your mind. And it says this. There must be some misunderstanding, my dear. You have something that belongs to me. Bring it to Menzo Berenzin right away. House Zalaran. Praise.
Oh no.
Praise
Nope.
Loth.
Nope.
It's a female voice. And then it
Nope.
just ends. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Nope.
Hang
that
on,
note.
Wolf.
That's a drow city in the Underdark.
I
and they
know
all
what that
worship
is,
wolves.
and
No, I'm telling Diana. I'm telling Diana.
yeah, Jorlarin is my dad's family name.
Okay.
That's their house.
Okay.
Mhm.
that would also be the name of the twisted uncle that we stole
Yes.
the flask from.
Plus
that is
from.
currently in Molfin's possession.
And she mentioned that you had something that belongs to her, and you need to bring it to her.
Yeah, get in line.
That's what we're in tonight's session.
Oh my god.
As
Because if I can reply to a message, that's all she says is get in line.
Okay, perfect. Yep, you can reply to it. You don't get a response, but that's what you receive. I will make sure that you guys get your magical items all set in stone because there's a lot of them, and it'll take me a few minutes to go through all of them. So we're gonna end episode 100 right there. Fantastic job, my players.
Oh, wow, good job, Michael.
Fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Amazing job, Michael.
That was
Wow.
that was
Right.
100
fun.
episodes. You were an amazing and phenomenal DM
Yeah, oh my god.
to get us to this point.
Hey, you know,
Like a
Weaving
true
the
conductor
story.
weaved
Oh
it,
my
yeah.
god. Yeah, weaving the
Like-
story is incredible.
honestly, you know,
George Lucas, eat your heart out.
if you think about it though, if you think about it, it doesn't work without players that you guys are the epitome of players that do the yes and part of, and that's what I love because it makes my job easy because I just go with it and go with the flow, and my goal each time that we play is for everybody to have a good time. So as long as you're
And we
doing
do.
that, then we're both doing what we need to do to make this this campaign work. That being said, that is technically the conclusion of Storm King's Thunder. As you guys are going to begin to transition to the next campaign. And next week, I am on vacation. And then the following week, we have Shadowrun. So we will be on Shadowrun. So the next 2 weeks, we will not have this Storm King's Thunder. What I was thinking about doing is for episode 101 of Storm King's Thunder, we will do our behind the screen fireside style chat.
Nice.
Where you guys have 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks basically, to list a bunch of questions that you would like to ask me, or things that you wondered about, or things that you want to mention or share with the group, or some things that pertain to Storm King's Thunder in general. And then what we'll do after that, the week after that, we will transition to episode 1. So all of you watching, don't panic. It's still the same characters. It's still a continuation of what's going on. It's just going to be the next half of the story.
Season 2?
I guess, yeah. I guess
Yeah.
Series 2?
we
I don't
will-
know.
we
A
will-
sequel.
we will-
Series 2, Electric Boogaloo.
We will unveil the name and the new art and everything that we've got going on, but we've been working hard
Yeah,
behind
Christy.
the scenes to get stuff ready. So once
I
we're ready
did
to
it in time.
once we're ready to throw that together, we will get it out there to you guys. Let's go ahead and vote on a nat 20 for episode 1 of our new.
Lachlan.
Lachlan for becoming the new
Kill.
king of the Frozen Farm.
King of Frozen Far, he got the
Boy.
final kill.
I think Clarion needs it for what he's going on.
Yeah, I mean, true.
You know what?
Clarion does need it.
We need him to come back.
I'm gonna vote DM for this one.
Oh, DM.
Actually, yeah.
DM.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Episode 100, 100
Yeah.
episodes worth of
100
yeah.
episodes. I think we'll give this to
And that
Michael.
Sarvin thing, I mean, that,
Oh my God.
Man.
I got choked up, dude. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
cried. Yeah, yeah.
I got choked
cried.
up.
I cried like a little baby.
I randomly rolled. I knew I was gonna have some people. A battle where they were
Wow.
outnumbered. There would have to be some people that would have to go. So I randomly rolled, and when his came up, I was like, you know what? It would make sense. It just makes sense for him and his backstory and what's going on, and but yeah, that was hard for me to type because
I bet.
Oh, dude, I bet.
I really
Aw.
enjoyed his character and getting into his character
Yeah.
and playing his character.
We
yeah.
could tell. We could tell.
But in D&D, you just go to another plane, right? So you never know.
Yeah.
he's somewhere out
Hey.
there.
He's out there somewhere.
Um,
Yeah.
Run into him in the Shadowfell.
Nightingale says everyone, including DM.
Aww,
So
thank
sweet.
You know,
Kaplan says DM letter was amazing.
Yep.
Yeah,
DM.
at 100%, 100%, Michael.
I'll begrudgingly take that nat 20.
Yeah.
Give it to Clarion.
I could give it to Clarion. That's it.
Yes.
Honestly, though, with looking at Clarion's character sheet now that he's enlarged like a giant,
He's got this covered.
you know what's funny is that potion of giant size only works on medium or smaller creatures. But at the time he drank it, he was in his human form.
Oh.
So he figured out that when he was a giant and human, then he transformed into his giant form. When he transformed into his dragon form, it carried over.
That'd be like me with my wild shape. Yeah.
So
Nice.
he was
Nice.
like, when you were watching him fly away, Calista, he was probably the size of Old Snarl when you saw Old Snarl.
Oh
Wow.
God.
Oh.
Oh God. Can I just say though, you guys, 100 episodes, you guys are all amazing. I love you so much, and thank you so much for
Yep.
how far we've come so far. Like, ugh, I can't
Wild.
even. You guys are
This has been
amazing.
awesome.
This has been
It's
fantastic.
his family.
It's family.
This is
Absolutely.
family.
And all you
Family.
watching, you are in that, because if it wasn't for you guys hanging out with us, sticking
Yes,
with
100%.
us, you are definitely part of that
Yep.
as well. So we thank you guys for all the support. Thank all of you wonderful players for giving me so much joy in my life, and
Thank
making
you.
this story even more incredible than it's just, it's just a book right here, but it's us together telling this story.
Yeah.
What I'm planning on doing, guys, is I'm gonna take this physical copy of Storm King's Thunder, and I'm gonna
Gold plated.
box it up, and I'm gonna mail it to you guys, and I want you guys to write in it.
Oh.
Dude, that's so cool.
Like a
That is
yearbook?
so cool. Oh, I'm the clown that came to town to sign a yearbook upside down.
So,
That's so cool.
but here's what I'm gonna have, because I'm finishing this with my home group too, because I'm
Yeah.
gonna after the and they're actually in the final battle as well, so they're gonna finish up about the same time.
Wow.
So I'm gonna have them sign it too, and then I'm gonna retire this book to the shelf, and
So cool.
and it will sit there because I've run 3 Storm King's Thunders.
Wow.
I think it's time for new horizons.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean, awesome job, guys. Once again, thank you guys all for sticking around, hanging out with us for 100 episodes. We're going to let Zos get to work, because it's
Oh yeah.
it's time for her to go and get to
Too
work.
late.
So,
It'll be
100
fine.
episodes strong. Ladies and gentlemen, please, no matter what happens, don't forget to add that proficiency bonus. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good night,
Hell
everybody.
yeah.
See you guys soon.
Love you,
Nice.
bye. Love you, bye.
Bye.